Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We back in Big Whitey, so the Wi-Fi should be good. And I'm on the computer, and I'm on the road. And yes, yes, yes. Sorry, I'm late, guys. I had to figure this, the cabinets, the wood. I said, God, dog, it never failed. Every god doggone time I said alive. I need a secretary, but nah, they ain't gonna be able to do it like me. How y'all doing this morning, man? I'm feeling. Give me a word. Spantabulous. Yeah, I'm feeling spantabulous right now. You know what I'm saying? What's up, T-Rail? Let me close this top joint so you can stop sounding so nosy and open up the back. That'll make for better audio. I'm feeling stupendous, fantabulous. Let me think of another word. Yeah, I had to cut somebody's ass out this morning though. Early this morning, I'm getting that gas. I hope I ain't scared that nigga at the gas station. I said, what? That sounds stupid. I was getting out the car. He was like, hey, what's up, bro? I was like, what up, man? Yeah, I had to cut somebody. I was at the gas station yelling. I was like, man, my real life encounters be crazy. They be seeing athletes and celebrities walking around and, you know, looking like celebrities. They see me in my motherfucking Crocs, hair nappy, yelling. I had a human moment this morning. But at least I had on shorts and a shirt. I wasn't Lil Nas Xing it, walking up the street, flirting with people and shit, asking them to come party, walking in my drawers. Yeah, I wasn't in my drawers. Yeah, my bad moments are normal. Look at, I don't feel like hearing all this. It's too early. That's normal. It's too damn early. Men don't feel like hearing all that drama early in the morning. I like my drama after breakfast. I like my drama after breakfast. All right, let me go ahead and get my little bagel with my avocado spread. And let me get my orange juice and my water. And let me light this swagger dance so I can deal with this bull. Shh. Let me make sure I light this swagger dance 2, 3 times before you start. I'm out. Nothing to talk about for real. Thank you for the text. Talk about nothing to talk about for real. Did you read the title, dummy? We finna talk about Snoop Dogg, but I don't want to repeat myself. So we let people come in. I greet the audience. I say hey to some people. You detractor. I'm not gonna say hey to you, but I say hey to the audience. Salute to you, Paul. You know, I say hey, Miss Akimi, good morning. Hey, Miss Yo Thoughts, things like that. Miss Collins, what's up? What we beefing about today? You know, things like that. You don't know us, so you get up out my chat, punk. Trying to cause division with me in my chat, man. How we do things over here. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Claire. Trying to mess up the ebb and flow over here of the show. What's wrong with these people, man? Divine D. Yeah, they don't even want me to speak to people. Nothing to talk about for real. This nigga's speaking to people. This nigga's talking to his audience. Let's get out of here. What is he thinking? Greedy Cookies, what's up? Now, hold on, man. How you gonna block off the traffic like this, player? Come on, player. Minivan player. I think they be hating on this truck. When I had that little old ass, man, Big Whitey got them niggas hating on me, man. When I had that little old truck, ain't nobody pull up beside me trying to race me, box me in, do none of this weird stuff. Now these people, when I go by them, they're offended. They want to box me in. They want to race me. Like, it's weird. I just want to drive and go about my day, man. I gotta get me a bucket again. I usually keep me a bucket that I can move around and don't have people that's having a bad day see your car and cut you off. You know, I gotta get me another bucket. I like moving around in a bucket. Simpler that way. I had that goddamn Rolls Royce. The water boys was chasing me up the street. The girls, the dots was chasing me up the street. I don't like to be chased. Yeah, I gotta get me a bucket. And holler at me a chick in a bucket. And if I get her, I know most of them be knowing I'm just playing though. I don't like that shit. They be like, this ain't your car. Yeah, it is. I done hit rock bottom. But we can build together, baby. Who is this? All right, well, look, man. We got to talk about this. Uh, I don't cancel. I, I don't think you can. So many people be said, and then get down. Those people respect all my I'll be past this shortly. There's nothing I can do about it right now. Give me 2 seconds to get past this naval base. Yeah, I can do about where I'm at. I got naval base, and then the sound will come back in. But right over here, they block this. They block. I don't know what they block off, but you can't really hear nothing. And then they got this big ass dealership, big ass warehouse over here. God, dog, this thing stretched for miles. Holy Lord! Look how that thing is still going. This is one warehouse. Holy, whoa, shut. God, dog, how many people work in this building? Yeah, we got to bring jobs back to America. You say you're gonna have to repeat everything you said. Okay, only for you, Miss Collins. All right. I said, Miss Collins, what we gonna beef about now? I said, old boy came in the chat hating on us. Don't understand that I gotta speak to the chat. I gotta speak to the good people in the chat. I said, hey, Miss Akimi, hey, Miss Yo Thoughts. I spoke to a few people. And then I said, we gotta get into this conversation that Snoop Dogg sparked up. And I noticed that they took the video down. The original video, salute to you, Nacho. The original video where Snoop Dogg sounded like a grandfather, sounded like a normal grandfather, where he was just trying to watch a kid's movie. Well, you know how you separate kid from adult? Time and place. Older adults go over here, kids go in the back room because kids are not seeing anything about having babies, sex, none of that. Remember back in the day, we used to respect kids so much, we used to spell it out, our problems. Nigga, we used to be like, man, be quiet. We ain't even be able to say shut up. We used to be like, be quiet, you Pussy. We would spell it out. And then you'll have that one friend that's dumb and can't even spell, but he's still trying to spell and cuss you out in front of the kid. You shut up, you ASSWHOLE. I'm like, hold on, nigga, that's not how you say asshole. I used to always get in trouble. I was like, that ain't how you spell asshole. Then mama, pow, shut up, boy. That ain't how you got dog gonna talk about to a kid. I get in trouble. We used to respect kids enough to do that. Now we don't got no respect. As long as you join the right group, you can disrespect the heck out of these kids now. And then we used to be able to point towards little Boosie. Lil Boosie putting the song, the kids ain't supposed to see this shit at this early age, man. I'm like, yeah, Lil Boosie. Boosie talking about this shit. He gonna get our generation, our culture changed. They not supposed to see this shit at this early age, man. You know, and Father God, I feel betrayed. And then somebody showed me a clip of Lil Boosie talking about, yeah, nigga, my son just turned 13, 14 years old. Yeah, he going to the strip club with me. I'm going to get his little thing sucked. I said, oh, shit. And then the mother showed me the video talking about, yeah, see that? It's all about who we like. You ain't going to call him out, are you? I'm like, wait a minute. Calm down, Sister Soldier. You ain't even let me say nothing. Let me say something. Okay, what you got to say? What you think? What you got to say? Can you let me talk? Calm down. I know you think you got one. Calm down. And they say, I say, okay, okay, here it is. Little Boosie wrong than the motherfucker. I said it reluctantly. Little Boosie wrong than the motherfucker. Little Boosie wrong too. God damn it. Just because it's somebody I like, I apologize for the GD. Just because it's somebody I like, don't mean I'm not going to stand on goddamn on capital B business. Boosie wrong. Anytime you introducing sex to a minor, you wrong. I know we as men think that's the manly thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get my son, not make him gay. You might make him gay. Molesting your child. You paying somebody to molest your child. Like, what's wrong with you? So it's wrong. I just happen to be one Negro that I'm not going to have a lot of friends. Because when everybody else will be like, you know what, man, I'm a homie. I ain't going to. Me showing you that we friends is I'm just not going to say nothing. Yeah, I'll show you our friendship because when I don't agree with you, it's not my job to just sit around and be that friend and just disagree with a nigga. That ain't my business. I just don't say nothing. You know, do your own thing. Now, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you. But no, that's not right. I'm not going to say it's right on either end because I don't want to watch. I don't think kids should see heterosexual sex. And I don't think kids should see homosexual sex. They're not having sex. Keyword, sex. And then they try to trick you and make it not about sex. And then now you're seeing kids watching somebody have a baby. That's going to cause people to have to answer questions. Where does this baby come from? Wait a minute. How is it that two ladies are having a baby? I saw one lady talking about, I'm so mad at Snoop Dogg. All he had to do was tell a woman to answer the question. And then they had a woman answer the question. I'm like, okay, this is going to be good because I need to know this because I got a 10-year-old. I just had to deal with my 10-year-old telling me that a girl telling her that she her crush and that she want to be with her. And she said, my daughter is telling her she just want to be friends. This girl talking about, I got different type of feelings for you. I want to be with you. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't have to deal with this when my other daughters were growing up. Now I'm dealing with a whole different situation that's new. And I'm like, oh, Lord, my baby could get canceled based on what she say at school. What the hell? I'm like, I said, are you sure that's what the little girl said? Yeah, she want me to be her girlfriend. She love me. I said, she love you? What the fuck? How she know she love you? Because I was just being a good friend. I would let her use my pencils. I would give her something out of my lunchbox. But I let everybody eat out of my lunch. I said, so you just being a good person and she love you? And I said, well, just tell her she just love that you a kind person. That doesn't mean she love you in that type of way. I don't know what the fuck to say. It's crazy. Why are they thinking about being together in that way anyway? At 10 years old, I was still tripping over my motherfucking feet, slapping girls in the back of the head because I ain't know no better. That's how I thought I was supposed to like them. You pinch them and run, goofy shit. Trip them and pick on them, I like you, girl. Stop playing. You know I like you. I'm talking to you, Anna. I don't know what to say to your ass. I'm just fucking with you. That goofy love. That's what every girl's supposed to go through, that goofy love. And somebody supposed to sit the young man down and say, hey, look here, boy. That ain't what you do to a girl you like, you stupid little boy. You're supposed to sit up here and get a nice thing. Bring her an apple. Be nice to her. Get her a flower. And then everybody learning. But we got some weird shit going on now. Because now Snoop Dogg can't even say that, hey, as a grandfather, I do not want to watch a children's movie. I do not want to watch a kid's movie and have to explain while a movie is going on why two women are having a baby when we both know two women can't have no baby. Not in a scientific form. Now, there's extenuating circumstances through science and through saying that a woman or a man has become, or a woman has become a man. Saying that, you can say that whatever the hell you want to say in this society. But scientifically, they cannot actually, two women cannot produce a baby without some type of science or some type of acceptance of what somebody is saying. It's not happening. So it's kind of hard for a kid's mind to grasp that. Even when they was trying to teach me about heterosexual sex, it didn't make no goddamn sense. Well, the birds and the bird one bee go to another bee, and the birds and the bees in the tree. What the hell are you trying to say? All you trying to tell me is this thing down here between my legs, it go in whatever they got between their legs. Oh, okay. So all this thing that I'm feeling, this spice and shit I'm feeling down here, is supposed to go over there. So why are you talking about bees? It don't even make sense when you're trying to explain it to kids in a heterosexual way. So how is it going to make sense in a homosexual way when you can't even have the thing happen that you're saying is happening? It's an uncomfortable conversation either way it goes. And I don't want to have that kind of conversation just because they're watching a kid movie. I'm watching this movie. You know how you could put on a kid's movie, and that's a way that you and your kid can sit there and chill and be around each other without them talking and without them asking you a damn thing. That's the purpose of the movie. A good movie keep my baby captivated with a mouth open just staring at the screen. What happened to the movies that did that? That all they say is, ooh, ah, and they sip a little bit of their drink. As long as you have their favorite snack or cookie or something in orange rings, they don't say shit to you for about 2 hours. That was the whole beauty of the goddamn movie. Now you want to steal that away from us. You got our kids goddamn asking us questions doing movies. That's stupid. I didn't put this movie on for my baby to ask me nothing. I put this movie on so I could sideways fall asleep on the tuck if she ain't looking. You know, I got about a 2-hour nap in because she's going to be captivated by this movie. I might can get me a nap in. I done took care of everything before we started this damn movie. I'm like, yeah, well, I can get me a little. She got her snacks. She got a juicy juice. Hell, I'm going to even bring the iPad over here in case I fall asleep a little too long. But I at least supposed to not be. Because I got a daughter that's going to ask 30,000 questions in 40 seconds. And then she's going to have another 30,000 questions while I'm answering the first 40,000. So I got a lot of, you know what I mean? Anytime I can get a break from them questions, I like to take my break. You judge me all you want to. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't go to sleep. Sometimes I'm into the little kids movies that they got going on. Some of them good. Some of them funny. I laugh right along with them. But I damn sure agree with Snoop Dogg. I don't want to have to answer questions about a movie when the movie has a scene in it that it's like, how do you explain that to a 5-year-old? And when the mother tried to explain it, all you have to do is say, because they do. Because they do. Because they do is not answering the question. Because they do don't really explain nothing. Because they do. And Snoop Dogg is probably going to get canceled. Hold on, somebody calling my phone. Let me go on mute real quick. Let me answer. All right, I'm back. All right, thank you for your patience, good people. But so they had a bunch of people get on these platforms and get on social media, especially TikTok, and they started going at Snoop. Oh, so Snoop now, he done switched sides on us. He used to be down. I told y'all, these groups are destroying us. You cannot have an opinion because they look at you as some group. They all want to group everybody up. You can't have a relationships with certain people and then have an individual personal thought about something without them trying to demonize you instead of dealing with what you say. Top of the morning, salute KB. Morning, good people. Salute to you, G Money Grip. Like it's weird. I think it should be universal law. It's age appropriate places and things for a reason. There's age limits for driving license. There's age limits for drinking. There's age limits for everything except what we want to show our children now. They want to put books in school where they're talking about molestation of a child and incest of a child. Like, I don't understand that. Why are they reading about that? And then the people want to twist up what Snoop Dogg said, switch up his words to make it sound aggressive and egregious. Oh, he don't want gay people to exist. What? He didn't say that one time. He didn't say that not one time. He said something about he's not here for this. He's not here to answer those questions about how can two women have a baby when it comes to talking to children. And he said it's becoming everywhere now, and he's scared to go to the movies. He's not scared because he afraid somebody gonna beat him up. Snoop Dogg, that's Snoop Dogg. Murder was the case that they gave him. Him and his bodyguard know what to do if you come running up. So let's not play this semantics game with what he said. He's not scared physically of that. He's scared of you guys or what you'll do to him for his cancel culture. And he got every right to be scared. He's scared that you're going to make the lady who even let him say it on the platform clip it out because you don't want diversity of thought. You want diversity everywhere else. You want to force your way in people's companies, tell people how to think, tell people how to act, tell people who you're going to have around their children, but you don't want diversity of thought. You don't want to lay both sides' objective opinion on the table and leave it there. You want to take down people's opinion that's the opposite of yours with hateful language and saying that it's hate speech. Just defining what someone says as hate because you don't want to deal with what's said. And then turn around and saying we have a right to freedom of speech. It's kind of confusing. We have a right to freedom of speech unless it hurts your feelings. That's crazy. We got the right to freedom of speech unless it hurts you. And then it's going to be a consequence. I mean, you got the right to freedom of speech, but I mean, as long as you can say what you want, but as long as you're willing to pay the consequence. And what's the consequence? What is the consequence of your rights? I have a right to walk down the street, but the consequence is if I don't tell the police my ID, give them my ID, I'm going to go to jail. There's always a consequence for your rights. What the fuck is going on? One of the people alleged that Snoop Dogg done switched up and he done went lame. I said, dang, he done betrayed the group, boy. He about to get a beating. He about to go on an apology tour. I told y'all, I'm 100% right. I said this shit like 4-5 years ago. I said, man, You cannot have your own thoughts no more. You cannot even say it in a way so you can be objective so people can just talk about it. So that you can see, based on what you're saying, should this be seen by children? Yeah, we all got a right to exist. We all got a right to do our own thing. But I don't appreciate heterosexuals doing things around kids, nor should anybody else. So let me show you what Snoop Dogg actually said. And then you see the comments on what people said that he said and how vicious they coming at Snoop Dogg for saying something that majority of the men and women in America feel. The majority. It's just that they're bullying you not to say it through your jobs, through company policy, through calling you racist, homophobic, bigots, through taking your money. That's how they're controlling the masses, through work. They'll rather let you starve than to say what you actually think. They'll rather deplatform you than to let you say what you actually think and what most Americans think. They'll rather call you hateful, find a way to throw you in jail or worse, just because they do not want diversity of thought. It's the most scariest thing in the world of certain people is controlling the lie. That's why I said you already in metaverse. Most of you know deep down inside, you don't agree with half the shit you see, but you know better than to say something about it. Most of you claim that you're real, claim that you stand on business, claim that you'll do whatever for your child, and don't even know your child reading books about penis, vagina, and sex and things that they don't even engage in. So why are they learning about it? Why are they hearing it? Why are they seeing it? And why don't you have a backbone enough to say at least enough is enough? This is where I draw the line. When it comes to children, this is not okay. Your grown ass over 18 can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But 18 and under, leave them alone. Leave them alone. We do all this brain study and talk about a child has an undeveloped mind until 25, but we letting kids make final decisions? Why would we do that? Who's doing it? Why is that okay? How is that an informed decision if we already saying that kids make immature, irrational decisions? Why would you allow them to make decisions at such an early age before they know better? Who's benefiting from that? How many pharmaceutical companies benefit from this alternate lifestyle? Because you're going to be on drugs the rest of your life. This is not love. This is about money. If all you got to do is follow the money. How much money is in all these causes that they keep talking about? And if you look at it, there's a whole shit ton of money in keeping people on drugs from the day that they're born to the time that they die. That's why nobody want to fix the food that we eat. Imagine how much money people will make if they can transition more people at an early age and keep them on drugs. And then when they get older, because of the diet that they eat, they got to get on high blood pressure pills and everything else before they die. And now they're on water pills, high blood pressure pills, blood thinners, all this stuff from 40 to their 60 or 70. Who's benefiting from all this lifestyle that they're preaching and making it sound so great? When we can see in real life that Lil Nas X, although he's rich, he's running up the street flirting with people, trying to get them with the party and on drugs. Salute to you, beautiful one. Kwame Brown, 50 Bus Life membership. Oh, shit. Beautiful one about to get goddamn flagged again. Maybe me too. Lord have mercy. Salute to you, beautiful one. I'm just saying, somebody got to say this shit. Everybody saying amen. Salute to Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, I hope you stand on business. I respect the fact that you said this with your platform, with the money that you're risking. And I don't even know if Snoop Dogg know the gravity of what he said. Oh, Lord. Salute to you, beautiful one. Another one? Lord Jesus, she about to make me run off the road. Beautiful one, stop. Stop, girl. Salute, beautiful one. I appreciate you. Lee, salute to you. Salute, respectfully, Kwame, you don't have the freedom of speech once you are in a different tax bracket, no matter if you own your own work, 9 to 5. First Amendment mute people, and the real 1% is running the world. You are absolutely right. But how you combat that is we got to get back to the old way. We got to get back to feeding ourselves. And shout out to Rollo. Man, Rollo over there building up everything in his community. We talking about we want men to build their community, but the only damn thing we care about if a nigga's a snitch or he not. Nobody want to hear that shit. Rollo is building his community. Rollo just said that he's going to give away a house per year. How many niggas coming with it like that? He going to give away one house per year, probably to a black woman. Now, how do you not like a guy that's committed to doing that? All we care about is dumb shit. That's all we seem to care about is dumb shit. The niggas that build the community, the niggas that help us, we find a way not to like them. We don't do the 80-20 rule when it comes to us black men. It's fuck that nigga. It's throw the bathwater out, the baby out, everything out. One mistake, it's over with for you, nigga. While a white counterpart can slap his wife 2-3 times on camera, pick her up, sit her down in a chair, look like a man that you should not touch and play with, look like an apex predator. How a man's supposed to look, not to be touched, toyed, played with. But us men, oh no. Oh no. Woman hit us, boy, we better do everything but that. We better take off running. We better drop our wallet to her. Us black men, we got to drop our wallet to her, take off running. Don't call the police. Bet not say she hit us. Can't snitch on her because we a bitch ass nigga if we do. We got to take abuse, ass whipping. We got to get lied on about the fraternity of our kids. Or we bitch ass nigga, we tell on our women. Or anything. If we slap them, we bitch ass niggas. If we do anything but take an ass whipping, we a bitch ass nigga. And your mama ain't black. But we gotta have a Sakari Richardson type of chick and talking about we got your back. Not all of you. Some of you do. Shout out to Beautiful One. Shout out to Miss Yo Thought. Not everybody have the money to give like Miss Beautiful One, but they support you in different ways. And shout out to y'all. Shout out to the women that don't jump and pile on when they see a woman doing something disrespectful to a man, and they wouldn't want that for their son, and they wouldn't want that for their brother. Shout out to the women that actually act like they love men and don't just see it from a who got a vagina and who got a penis thing. Shout out to y'all women that look at behavior and look at the treatment of a person. Because the Bible don't say treat a female as you want to be treated. It say treat another person as you would want to be treated. It didn't say nothing about the sex. Now we so fucking tribalistic and we a woman, mom is the word. A bitch can be a straight up tyrant to a black man and mom is the word. We got some woman wall of silence. What he do to her? What he did? Now what if men start saying that? What did he do? What she did to make him slap the hell out of her like that? Did she say it was his baby and it was his brother's? What did she do? We don't never do that. Because we don't like our mama if we do that. We don't want to watch behavior because we know the behavior is so motherfucking dysfunctional, toxic, and disgusting. We want to talk about everything else but that one thing that defines whether you a good person or not. Who gives a damn with who you sleep with, who you identify with? Are you a good person? There's a certain level of character traits and things that you put out in the world that we can see by the one thing and the one thing only. And that's your behavior. So why do everybody talk about what group, what sex, what color? I'm a black woman. Who gives a fuck? What is your behavior like? I came on here saying it from the word go. I watch behavior. Don't tell me that you black. Don't tell me that you see that shit. You telling me that to have an advantage over me. I'm not giving you that. Now, what is your behavior like? We don't want to talk about that. We've built a culture of the most despicable behavior, and we want everybody just to accept that shit. And if you don't accept it, you're this, you're that, you're this. You're a coon, you're a white boy. You don't fuck with us, you ain't down. Nobody want to hear that shit, nigga. You got to grow up at some point. I'm just saying I was stupid just like you too at one point, nigga. And when you know better, you got to do better. Yeah, I was stupid at one point too. We live in a culture where we got 50-year-old gangbangers and people actually respect them. Like, what? We don't got 50-year-old men. The people our community look up to is 50-year-old gangbangers, 60-year-old killers, former killers. That's who we supposed to go to get guidance from to be a man. Fuck out of here. Snoop Dogg said something that more people should say. There are more men with platforms to say. It would be nice that LeBron always, I'm going to bring up LeBron. We always call this nigga the king. King of what? Just a basketball player or a fucking entertainer? Don't nobody respect an entertainer. I'm just telling you. When people put down their work, when people put down their laptop and finish making their money, that's when they got time for entertainment. Or they'll use you on the side and you entertain them while they're completing their work. But nobody don't respect just no motherfucking entertainer. When shit hit the fan and people are worried about their money and worried about their family, they ain't thinking about no motherfucking entertainment. And the lockdown should have showed you that. People who do real business and got real things in real life are what move America. Not no motherfucking entertainers. People think it's a up to say, oh, why you ain't around basketball players? I don't never say I'm the former #1 draft pick. I let other people say that. I say I'm the landlord. Why you think I'm more proud to say I'm the landlord than I am being the #1 draft pick? That was cool. That's a period of time. You could only be that at one time. For the rest of my days on this earth, I can be the motherfucking landlord. For the rest of my days on this earth, I can be an entrepreneur, a self-made boss that made decisions that put me in situations, good, both good and bad, by my decisions. They want to have a free-for-all. They want these kids to blend in and think they're adults. I don't play that shit. I really don't. In real life, I don't do no 10-year-old, 11-year-old. My baby mama have to deal with. I be telling her, don't let our child talk to you like that. She's 10 years old. She sound like your sister, telling you what to do, and you laugh and thinking this shit cute. But when she turns 16, 17, and she mouthing all, shaking her hips, then you gonna be calling me over there, and I'm already telling you right now that this is a problem. She ain't talking back to me when I tell her to do something. She talking back to you. And you coming to get me to get her to stop it. She only do it when I'm around. She only stopping when I'm around. You got to be able to get that respect too. So stop playing with her so much. Stop playing with her so much. This is not your friend. She's not on the same level. She's 10. There's certain shit she shouldn't say to you. They got 10-year-olds. These mothers, they got 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds like they can tell them about life. Like, really, little joker? You want to say little effer, but you got to say little joker. Do you really think you know what's going on? Do you really think if I'll leave this house for one day and you will probably call the police or something to come get you because you'll be so shocked by yourself. You wouldn't know what the fuck to do. You need a dose. You'd be wrinkled every day walking out the house. Hair nappy, breath stank. You need adults for guidance. We got these little kids just because they learn a little bit in school. Oh, they smart. They making good grades. I look at it as that's what your ass better do to live here. That's what I was told. Your ass better get good grades. You ain't got no money. If all you doing is getting good grades, hell, I got good grades and I had a job at 14. You want to be like your daddy? Go do that. Don't tell me about your grades. Thank you. That's the cost of being here. That's the cost of business. Oh, but what about them celebrity daddies? You a celebrity dad. Who? So you can turn up to be a junkie like the rest of these niggas kids? You want to be a ride around in a nice car doing coke all the time, huh? That's what you want to become. You want to be in the shadows of your daddy all your life. You don't want to become your own person. So you don't want to risk failure. You want to hide behind me, huh? It's not going to work. I don't do that. I tell my kids the truth because society going to tell them the truth. Don't complain about the advantage of having a daddy like me because everything in life has its advantages and it has its disadvantages. Deal with it. There's so much pressure having a father that made it. Nobody want to hear that shit. There's so much pressure having no goddamn money too. Like, where the fuck we gonna eat? So anything in life, there's pressure. You gotta learn to deal with it. Motherfuckers trying to pamper the pressure out of their kids. That's why most celebrity kids are weak as hell and they don't do nothing. Most of them wander around changing up their hairstyle, acting like every goddamn thing in life is so important. Oh my God, the seashells. I mean, just what about, I was walking on the beach in Malibu and oh my God, I stepped on so many turtles and how can we prevent the turtles and the shells from washing up on the beach? We just, oh God, Mama, do something, Daddy, put some money behind the cause. They be so passionate about nothing while stepping over homeless people. You arrogant little bastard. It's a homeless person you just looked at as filth, and you ain't tell your parents to put together nothing for them. But you putting together money for seashells and turtles, huh? And you want me to take you serious? And these become the politicians and the lawmakers. Well, they'll step over the homeless people, and they'll cry for dogs and turtles and some extinct species, while their brethren is starving, body decaying and stinking on the ground, right in front of the liquor store, and they won't put them in a treatment center. They laying right in front of Bloomingdale's now, and instead of helping them, they'll give illegals that walk across the border the money. But I'm supposed to take people serious. I'm supposed to say, we good people, we good Americans. And then they'll say, Kwame, why you cuss so much? I'm bad because I cuss, but you good because you saved the seashell. While stepping over, because you bought a tent for a homeless person. You want to transition kids before you get a kid off the street. It's crazy. Yeah, send your money to Africa. Build a school in Africa. Build a well in Africa. When there's kids over here that don't have proper diets. They got a sugar diet. They got parents that that's not even educated enough with the free money that they're giving them to not buy a bunch of damn sugar for your kids. Creating a little addicts before they even get a chance at life. Remember, it's sugar in everything. It's sugar and alcohol. You're not addicted to alcohol. You're addicted to the sugar. People ask me, Kwame, how can you stop drinking so much? Man, I'm like, it's easy. All you got to do is drink some orange juice. It got sugar in it. Yeah, it's called alcohol substitute. You're not addicted to alcohol. You're addicted to sugar. You're not really addicted to anything. You're addicted to sugar. You stop that sugar addiction, you won't be addicted to nothing. I laugh at niggas. Kwame, you a drunk. I'm not a nothing, nigga. I can do what I want, when I want. I gave up chicken, steaks. I give up anything I want to do at the drop of a hat because I want to see if I'm like that. Motherfuckers think I can't give up marijuana. I give up anything at the drop of a hat. When you know, you know. Lee, what's up, dog? Preach, preach, Kwame. Salute to you, Lee. I tell you, I just look dumb. I like looking dumb. It allows me to go in rooms and be the big dumb guy that's sitting in the back, just soaking up game, laughing like a motherfucker. Taking it back to the hood. Some niggas gonna listen. Some niggas gonna sit in the shadows and listen and do everything I do. And then they gonna talk shit about me and act like it was their ideal. And I'm cool with that. I see the niggas, I notice it right away when it be the nigga that just coming beefing out of nowhere. I be like, oh, that nigga done remixed my swag and now he trying to beat me. Yeah, I got it. That's what's up. Go ahead with your bad self, my nigga. Salute to you. I just be laughing. Yeah, acting dumb take away the pressure. I don't look smart. Smart ain't my lane. I just know since I was 14, I had money. And I do a great job of doing it. And now I just learned how to be broke. Because I know it's better to be broke. I wish niggas would stop telling people they got money. You broke. You supposed to be broke. You ain't supposed to have no damn money. Money is the root of all evil. Why are you hoarding money? I noticed that trend when they were teaching niggas the money phone and Jay-Z came out and said, nigga, putting that money phone, that don't look like money over here. And niggas didn't even understand what they were saying. They're like, oh, the old head hating because we got money. Nah, nigga, you supposed to be listening to the old head. Nigga, he telling you something good without explaining it. Maybe he should have broke it down, and he did when he told them about that real estate that he brought in Dunlow or some shit. Yeah, he broke it all the way down. My skin is black. You just gotta listen. You gotta pay attention. I listen to music for a different reason. Because I know it influenced the mind. I listen to catch what are these niggas really saying in their song. And Jay-Z be dropping a little bit of satanic shit in his song. I don't like that. I don't pay no attention to that. But when he was the earlier Jay-Z, he was talking about real estate, paintings, where you put your money. That's the songs I was listening. I'm like, oh, this nigga slicker than a can of oil. I said, oh, this nigga here talking that talk. I rewind the song back. I'm vibing to the beat, smoking. I said, this nigga is smart. Oh, that's how you collect and have money put it in a painting. And you sitting there with 23 million on your wall. And a nigga too stupid to steal that. They breaking in, stealing goddamn the TV and the jury. And the painting can be worth 23 million and a motherfucker will leave it there. Okay, this nigga talking that talk. This the type of stuff I want to know. I don't want to hear nothing about shooting niggas. I ain't gonna shoot no nigga unless a nigga trying to shoot me. So I'm a regular person. So I'm not into faking like I'm super extra tough. I'm a bad to the bone from the sidewalk and on my property. I'm talking about I'm Michael Jackson bad. But out here looking for you, spinning the block and all that, I'm not that person. So I stay in my lane. So I don't need to hear nothing about spinning no block. I need to hear something that suits my life. When I listen to spin the block type of shit, I'm usually working out. I'm realistic. I ain't the school teacher and the thug at the same time. I ain't the motherfucking doctor and a halfway street nigga when I get in the car. I ain't the coach that coach basketball and then I've been listening to rap in the locker room so much that now I got a disposition at damn near 60. I'm like a damn near rap OG listening to niggas talking about killing each other. Like, nah, nah. I'd rather listen to some shit that's talking about kissing on me a goddamn beautiful woman. Yeah, I ain't into fighting niggas all day. Ain't no money in that. Yeah, I'd rather listen to something about kissing on the neck. That's why I be by myself. I gotta get with niggas and listen to killing niggas all day music. And you know, I don't want to hear that shit. Now, A lot of the girls like to hear that shit too. So, sometimes you got to put that shit on if you're around a chick. Well, back in the day, I would have had to put that shit on when I'm meeting a new chick. I got to act like I'm listening to this type of killer shit. Here you go. Here you go what you want. Here you go, girl. Play that shit, girl. I just let them control the music. I'm as slick as a can of oil. Hey, I want to see. You control the music real quick. Knowing damn well I ain't not controlling my music when I'm riding. Yeah, you control the music real quick. I'm just trying to see what the fuck kind of music she listen to. And boy, you hear some hellilicious things, boy. I said, okay. All right. This is what we doing. Okay. Got you. I got you. I'm just downloading information. All right. All right. I listen to Stevie Wonder. Yeah, you one of them old school freaks. I mean, never mind. Shut up, Miss Collins. Leave me alone. Excuse me. Not Miss Collins. Just leave me alone, Miss Collins. Back in the day, I would have said that to you. Not right now. I'm already at one strike. I'm already at one strike, so I got to be cool. You know what I mean? Sorry, Miss Collins. I'm already at one strike. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a felon on YouTube. I got one strike. Niggas trying to get two more. Get me up out of here, boy. Over talking. Niggas say I be attacking people. I'm like, dang. When do men start using that word? Hey, you know what, man? Like, I can't bring myself to say that. Man, you know what, man? I felt like he was attacking me. Excuse me? I can't imagine going home and telling Screw, hey, Screw, man, I got to talk to you, man. Look here, dog. Hey, listen, man. I was talking to the nigga on the computer, man, on the live, man. Nigga said this, nigga said that. Man, I just feel like that nigga attacked me. Screw's gonna say, come again and say what? Yeah, man, I feel like he attacked me. He ain't gonna remember, he ain't gonna listen to none of the story that I said. It's gonna completely switch to me saying the phrase in front of him that another male attacked me for saying words, whether in my face or on the computer. He gonna be like, he attacked you. Man, if you don't get out of here with this baby mama sounding ass, man, if you don't look at Candyman laughing. If you don't get that baby mama talk about this guy, man, get the hell on. I probably have to get out of his house. I probably have to get out. Because that'll be so out of character and that'll be so against what we taught. I probably have to get out. He'll be like, who the man, go, Kwame, I don't know what the hell wrong with you, but you need to get the hell on with that. You get on with that baby mama talk. That's what we call it, baby mama talk. Get on up out of here with that baby mama talk. Nigga don't want to hear all that, I'm a victim shit. Candyman to my bye. I might try that shit on live. He did what? You don't get the man. No, I can't set him up like that. See, that's the thing. I can't even set my brother up like that and put him on camera and him think that he having a private conversation and say some shit like that. Yeah, man, it's gonna get real toxic. by y'all definition, what he gonna say is gonna be real toxic. Probably give me another strike. So yeah, you can't say certain shit around real men and think you gonna get this media reaction. That's why they don't really put real men on the TV screen and all that. They put niggas with no mustache, no facial hair, niggas that talk like Al Roker, niggas that can't bench press 200 pounds. I guarantee you, there ain't never one of them niggas can bench press 200 pounds. And they were saying that on the news. The Republicans were saying that shit, talking about, man, the Democrats is the party with moist men and men that can't work out. And I was just like, man, I know some Democrat niggas that'll beat your, you know what. But I started seeing the men that they put up on the weight benches, and it was actually hilarious that some of these dudes are screwed up when it comes to the testosterone level. Something ain't right. It's like a little too much sugar in the heterosexual tank. We ain't talking about the other brothers that's declaring the sugar already. Once you declare the sugar, we cool. You declared your sugar. It's the ones that got wives, them Oh, what's the dude that was butt naked on the floor down there in Florida, but he looked like a Christian before? I think his name start with an Andrew and then it end up with a Gillum. You know, them type of Democrats, they come out here with all that loud mouth and they sound real good. I told you they be sounding real good when it comes to the talking. They just want people that talk. It sound real good when it comes to orating and talking. And as long as you're a good orator, you'll be a hell of a Democrat. But in real life, though, they caught this same Negro that was pointing out the fact that he had a black wife, and she was chocolate too. Ooh, looked like a nice little pudding pop. Oh Lord, I probably shouldn't have made a pudding pop reference, but she was a real chocolate woman. You know, he hit on all the heartstrings of what we like. He had a black wife. She happened to be a nice and chocolate melanated. So, oh, he gonna get everybody to like him. Little Hershey, chocolate kid. Oh, all the women. Oh, we need an Andrew Gillum, a nigga with no hair on his face that's talking Christian with a tie on and calling everybody else's behavior out. But oh, look at the nigga. When it was time to see his behavior with his beautiful picture painted family, it looked good or so good on paper. Oh, everybody should aspire to have a black family like that. A man that has power, a woman that has elegance and grace, and the perfect one kid and one boy. Oh, it's the quintessential family. Only the fact to see daddy is butt naked on the floor with a white man allegedly drilling the goddamn lining out of him. Pills and drugs everywhere, anal ease and all kind of stuff on the floor. We call out everybody else's behavior, but then it's all about who we like. So when it was time to talk about his behavior, oh, mom is the word. Oh, he was just going through some things. He was just, oh, yeah, oh. It was, oh. Everybody was shouting to the mountaintops about behavior of people that they don't like. But then you flip that thing around, and let's talk about behavior of people that they like. And now, they don't want to talk about it. See, I happen to be the type of person that'll talk about, I don't like the fact that Trump didn't go after this Epstein list like he should have. I don't like that shit. So if anybody run up on me, hey, Trump ain't out the Epstein list. Yeah, you got a damn sure point there, buddy. I don't like that either. But see, it's something about these goddamn Democrats. They're in a cult. They won't say nothing wrong with the person that they like. Shit is crazy. Trump ain't my motherfucking daddy. I don't like the nigga like that. I like his policy. So when it's something that I don't like, I don't get attachments to people like that. I don't want no attachment to my politician where I'm arguing with you in the street. Oh, fuck you. You just are cool. You just out here. I'm listening at the policy, nigga. I'm not following behind nobody that want to transition little babies before they smart enough and old enough to know that, boy, there's some power in this testosterone, boy. You better wait till it hit. You want to switch the boy's mind for the testosterone hit. I can't with a good conscience before this boy experience this beautiful shit that is testosterone brain, before this boy feel this cracking. You want to take that away from him? Are you crazy? Do you know how I felt when this testosterone kicked in when I was a boy? Oh my God. Woo! I didn't know what to do with it. Once I harnessed it and controlled this beast, now I know I'm a monster that's under control. And this shit makes for a beautiful thing. Yeah, you all want to take that away from people. I think it's a little jealousy going on. I think people jealous that they don't got no testosterone. That's what I think it is. They trying to get testosterone through the pen and shit. This testosterone shit is great. Ain't nothing like it. This shit is amazing. When I want somebody to stop doing something, I ain't got to call nobody. I can make you stop. Shit feel great. Woo! When I want to move something out my way, I can move it. Well, I'm a goddamn sure give a valiant effort to make sure I damn sure get it moving. And I can give a good effort. A real good one. Yeah, this shit is amazing. Woo! I'm just trying to tell you, it's a beautiful thing. I'm glad my sons get to experience it. Testosterone, the beautiful thing that everybody call on when somebody in trouble. Testosterone, masculinity, the thing that built the country. Testosterone, masculinity, the thing that's that stop button in any scenario. It's that stop button. Masculinity, testosterone. If every woman had one that they can call, but they don't call for just bullshit because they feelings hurt. Because that testosterone, that masculinity, can go out of fucking control sometimes if you just calling it for bullshit. When it's under control, when it's used for good, when it's your police officers that's doing the right job, when it's the men in your life that's doing the right thing, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. Ain't nothing like it. It's the balance between civilization and chaos. Without a good man, there is no society. I don't care what no feminist group say. Without good men in the world, there is no society. If every man did whatever he wanted to do, boy, look at here. Boy, look at here. You would not want to see that. So this hatred of men should stop. Without good men in any society, there will be no society. So clearly our society is more good than bad because we have laws and it's civilized. Can you point out bad men? Yes. Just like we can point out bad women. You can point out bad actors in anything you do. Sure can. But should that be the focus? No. The focus should be the people that's building. The focus should be the people that are trying to make society better. That should be the focus, not the bad actors. We should be focusing on locking their ass up. Well, that's the only focus they should get. Men got it good. I would never hit on that. You think men got it good? Men got it good that are under control. Men that don't fall victim to having a bunch of children and all that stuff, they got it good. A man that have a child with a woman, you don't got it good. You have now submitted to the laws that govern, that favor women. Yeah, you don't got it good. You don't even know where your children at half the day. You don't got it good. You can only see your child 2 times a month. You don't got it good. You can lose your whole fortune to a woman, but we got it good. Life is what you created. It has its setbacks being a man. It has its setbacks being a woman. It's as simple as that. There's some beautiful women out there that played their cards the right way. They married a man, they had his children, and that man giving her half of his assets. There's some women out there, they used their bodies up. They swindled everybody. They in the hood with 27 kids with no man in sight. But that's how they chose to live. That's how they chose to live. They chose to push the baby out. They chose everything that happened to them in their life, barring no great situation or nothing that was forced. You choose in life. What happened to Tyreek Hill? Oh yeah, he just got sued. He just got divorced by his wife. I think he got sued by the girl he allegedly football tackled or something and hurt her ankle or her leg. But then the girl still had sex with him with a broke leg. That story there, that was so weird. If a girl break my leg, when I get my cast on my leg, we not having sex. I don't want to be around your goofy ass no more. You might break another leg. I don't think I want to be around you no more. I might break another leg. Yeah, she allegedly got her leg broke by Tyreek Hill playing around, and then she got patched up and allegedly had sex with him with her leg broke. I said, wait a minute, what the hell? I say, boy, these goddamn women, boy, some of these women will do any goddamn thing for a man with money. And this shit sad. These are some of these girls are nothing more than prostitutes. They might well just legalize that shit all over the world. These girls are trading their bodies for rent and everything else under the sun. Why are you locking people up for what they're willingly doing? I ain't locking you up for what you're trying to do. You want to engage in that? Cool. The only thing I'll lock somebody up for is what happened as a byproduct of that. You allowing people in your home to sleep with you because you want to get paid for it. But if something go wrong and he's already in your home, he don't want to pay you, or you don't want to give it to him because he too aggressive and he take it from you, then we'll lock him up for things like that. But if you willingly put yourself in those situations, God gives free will. Who am I? You got the free will to do whatever you choose. Yeah, prostitution is illegal because it's not taxed. But locking them up is taxed. Giving all that overtime hours is taxed. For people that doing what they want to do, this is stupid. But you still think you free. You want to smoke cigarettes, but if somebody knew how to roll a good cigarette, that's just the way you like it, and you wanted to go buy it from that person, then that person going to jail. That person going to jail. You can't sell no cigarette. Well, look here. I would like the way this person rolled the cigarette. I don't like the companies that you got. I don't want it from Newport. I want it from goddamn Uncle Johnny right over here. And I told all my friends about Uncle Johnny, and he's selling cigarettes out the house. Uncle Johnny ass going to jail. But we free though. They tell you can do anything you want to do in this world. You can't be no good cigarette roller. I can tell you that. Some men make it hard on themselves because instead they want to be in the streets instead of having a family. Well, I thought we have the freedom of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Maybe that makes some men happy. Being out, moving around, traveling, and unburdened. It's women that's happy doing that too. It's traveling nurses that's happy as hell being traveling nurses. They don't want no kids. They want to see the world. They go take trips overseas. They be everywhere. They love that lifestyle. That's what they want to do. It shouldn't be a punishment for how somebody want to choose to live their life. It's only a punishment if you're a man trying to live your life a certain way. I think any person should be able to live the way they want to live as long as they willing to accept the negative and the positive that come with the lifestyle. There's a negative and a positive that come with being married. There's a negative and a positive that come with being single. You're gonna be lonely as fuck sometimes. Being married ain't always the greatest thing in the world. I know because I talked to some of the homeboys that's married. Man, this motherfucker working all day. She coming home, ain't want to give me none. I done told her, goddamn, now it's been 4 or 5 nights. 4 or 5 nights. And she laying there. I'm like, damn, she still look the same? Yeah, man, I'm tired of this shit, man. It's been a week now, man. What the fuck? I'm sorry, brother. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, brother. Man, she see me struggling, man. She see me, goddamn, I got this going, that going. Man, she got about $60,000 in the account. I told her, let me do this. Let me borrow it from her. She my motherfucking wife. And I'll pay it back. And I just want to get this and get that. And she won't do it. She's saving for a rainy day. I say, wait a minute. Your wife told you, and she got about $70,000 just sitting there. And she told you she was saving it. And you got a plan to help both of you. Hey, bro, I don't want nothing to do with that. That's when I get to say, hey, bro, I don't want nothing to do with that. You're not finna go back and say, Kwame said, no, no, no. No, no. I don't want nothing to do with that. Nigga, that's who you chose to be with. The girl I choose to be with, if she got $60,000, $70,000 in her account, and she understand the way this thing works, where we pull each other up, we seesaw each other, and we build to the next step. You might be at a step that I ain't at yet. I get you to the same step, push you up the step, you pull me up the step. till we get the way we want to go. Not just how we become one if you got all this shit right here and ain't none of it. What you saving for? If we trying to build, you got to spend some to build. I said, I don't want nothing to do with that. Don't involve me in that. I don't want nothing to do with that shit there. My partner, she can come to me. I'm a help invest in you, baby. You want a what? You want a nail shop? You want what you want? You want a goddamn school? How do we go about breaking down the science of how you get into school? How much do you got? What is your credit? Well, we got to get your credit straight. Do you want to put it in your name or do you want it in the LLC? I'm here to help. If you really wanted this thing, you telling me you ain't got nothing towards it? You just want me to buy it? Nah, it don't work that way, boo boo. Yeah, it don't work that way. If you say you want something, you should have took the steps and be working towards it. So you should have a shoebox. I think back to them shoebox days. You should at least have a shoebox. Yeah, you supposed to have a shoebox already. You ain't got no shoebox? You supposed to at least have $1 in a shoebox. You ain't got that? Oh, you just talking. I don't want to hear nobody that's just talking. Yeah, I don't want to hear nobody that's just talking. And sometimes niggas accept anything. I just always been a nigga. I'm not going to accept that. I know what I want from a person, and I know what I would do for a person, and I want a person that'll do the same thing. If the Bible is true that you should want a person that would do the same thing that you would do for them, I would do that for a woman. So I want a woman that would do that for me. I don't want no woman that looking at her money like this is my money and no nigga better. I'm saving. I don't trust this nigga. No, I don't think I can build a damn thing with you. You saving for the exit. I don't want no woman around me saving for the exit. We supposed to be spending that shit, building and putting that shit in the ground, putting it somewhere and watching our shit grow. If we talking about we together, you ain't talking about being together. You talking about playing like everybody else be playing. I ain't here to play. If you want to play, I'd just rather be single. I ain't here to play. I be hearing about these niggas good wives and they good whatever, and these women got all this goddamn money. I be like, I be looking. You got a good wife, huh? All she do is tell your ass what to do. Shit, you got this woman making all this goddamn money, and y'all ain't built a goddamn thing yet. What are y'all doing? Just taking trips and shit, huh? I see y'all. I seen y'all on Facebook. Y'all look good over there on that rock. How much it cost you to get over there to Dubai? She always wanted to go to Dubai, huh? Oh yeah, it put you back about 20,000, huh? 25,000, and you spent an extra 15 because she wanted to buy something for Instagram, huh? Oh okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Then a nigga call you 6 months later, man. I'm struggling, dog, trying to pay down these credit card bills. Oh yeah, well, all right, dog. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, salute to you, my nigga. I'm good. It's good to hear from you again. Cause I don't got no goddamn sympathy for a nigga that's goddamn putting himself into these type of situations. Nigga, you need to tell her no. You need to tell her we not spending no money on no trips to look good on Instagram. And let's spend some money that's gonna buy and build some shit so that we can look good on Instagram the proper way. Yeah, you need to tell her no. Nigga, your leadership suck. You letting her lead. You scared of the confrontation. You scared of saying no. This ain't what we need to be doing. You scared. But you be acting like you real though. But you scared, nigga. Nigga, you always talking that shit. Hey, look, brother, calm down. You asked me. I wasn't gonna say this shit to you, but you asked me the question, bro. I didn't come to you offering you up this information. You asked me this shit, bro. You shared this with me. Now, don't be mad at me, my brother. We supposed to be brothers. When I have my situations and I tell you about it, I don't get mad at no response you give me. He said, well, you different. I ain't different on shit, nigga. I'm just not gonna get mad at your response if I invite you into my shit. Nigga, I ain't no yes man, nigga. I ain't no yes man, nigga. What you trying to make me a yes man? You asked me my true opinion, or do you want me to give you some made up shit? So I kind of become the person that nobody don't want to talk to until somebody really need somebody to talk to. That's what I become. They can't handle me. They got to handle me in doses. They can't handle me every day. I noticed that. Man, I don't want to hear this preaching shit today now. They handle me when it's usually they want to talk to me when it's usually when they usually they're fucked up. Kwame, what do men generally want from a woman? Space to be ourselves. Yeah, we genuinely want space to be ourselves. And when we come to you with something, we want you to make it better based on your true opinion and not. A lot of women give their opinion based on, well, I wouldn't do this, so I don't really understand why I'm giving an opinion. No, don't do that. Just give what your thoughts are to make this situation better. If you was going to make it better, just be all in it. Just if you was going to make it better, what would your advice be around the topic? But sometimes I wouldn't do nothing like that. Okay, we get it. You might not do it, but if you was to do it, how would you break it down? That's what I want from a woman. I want the science of how you would get it accomplished. I don't want no what you wouldn't do. It's a lot of shit you wouldn't do that I do. It's a lot of shit that you would do. If you do the same shit that I do, you a man, and I wouldn't want your motherfucking ass. You would be a funky, hard foot man. So you shouldn't be wanting to do what I do. Opposites attract. Don't you know that's the reason why I like you? You don't do the shit that I do. That's the exact reason why I like you. That's the exact reason why I'm over here and kissing you in the mouth. I don't kiss no hoes in the mouth. Yeah. And we also need you to just stop talking. While I'm trying to get my point out, I don't need you ad-libbing. I don't need you saying, no, I was just saying something to agree with you. No. I just want you to actually practice the exercise of listening and then respond. Some of you have become so educated, you can't even be quiet. You're giving your opinion before I even finish, goddamn. Stop. Can I tape your mouth? I know this will be toxic, but can I tape your mouth till I finish? I said I know that would be toxic. But some men, we just want you to just be quiet and let me act like you like what I'm saying. Okay, just act like you listening. If you don't have the ability to really listen and understand, because you always want to be in a position where you telling somebody or teaching somebody something, a lot of people are so educated, they only want to talk if they teaching. They don't want to listen and comprehend what you're saying and then reply. A lot of people don't have that skill. They have lecturing skills. They're very good at lecturing. Oh shit, let me goddamn turn this alarm off before Ring lock my black ass up. Because I didn't turn this alarm off. Yeah, Ring is gonna be texting me in a minute for sure. Yeah. Oh, let me see. It's on Twitter. Yeah. Oh no, I got the video.
What was the movie with Buzz Light? Toy Story.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can put this on my let me see if I can go to Twitter and find this video. Cause I was gonna play it off of Urban Politician. He don't never flag me an Urban Politician or either a couple of these videos, Black Urban Perspective. He don't flag me in his videos. I kind of help his channel too, because everybody over here watch him too. Everybody watch each other. We don't gotta hate. I shout the brother out. He put together great videos. And there'll never be no hate over here. I shout niggas out. And the ones that don't flag and do all that, I make sure I shout out their channel. I went off on this subject last night. Salute. Yeah, man. Just it's like some of these smart chicks, and although they fine, they beautiful, they smart, and it's great, but they just don't stop talking. They don't even listen. The attitude come out before you even hit a point, and it's always an offense about something. Like I don't got to deal with that no more because I got a motherfucker that no, I don't got to deal with that no more. But when you out and about, it's like you got to be careful how you frame it, or the offense come out, the fangs come out, and you can't even finish unless you say certain buzzwords. You can say not all, but I just want to specify. I don't even know no people like that. Okay, I never said you did, but please let me finish what I'm saying. You done interrupted like 9 times. Now I smoke, and I'm gonna forget what the fuck I'm trying to think, and you ask me the question. All right? So a lot of times it's just when someone's talking to me, I make sure I engage with them. I make sure they understand that I'm listening. And sometimes I don't. I've been caught watching TV or on my phone. I ain't perfect, but when I get called out on it, I'm like, okay, shit, you right, my bad. I ain't arguing with you or nothing. No, you right. And I'm gonna pay attention and I'm gonna give you some responses based on what you said to me. And I ain't gonna question you about it. I'm not gonna ask why you do it. If you're coming to me asking me how I would break it down and you think highly of me enough to ask my opinion, I'm gonna give you my opinion. And if you don't know, and if I don't know something around the topic, I'm gonna say I don't know. Or I'm gonna try to, if I know somebody that might know, I'm gonna phone them. Hey man, such and such just asked me this, and that. What you think about that? Hey everyone, what happened to women being women and men being men? Well, something happened where we made some women so goddamn strong that every time they're around a man, they feel like strength is narrating their day and their life and telling them what to do. Like I know niggas that around their wives, they're totally different. They let her make every single goddamn decision. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, what in the holy fuck, nigga? Did she just when you got married, did she take your brain and put it in her fucking purse or something? Like, what do you think? Do you ever want to do something? Nah, you know what I'm saying? I just let the wife, you know what I'm saying? You just let the wife, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know what you're saying. Cause I got shit I like to do too. And sometimes I want to be with the wife, and sometimes I want to be by myself. He's talking about men empowered, they're delusional. That shit is crazy, man. I think nosy people listen to respond, not to learn. Women are only strong when it's convenient. Feminist 101. He's talking about laughing my fucking ass out. No, I don't know what you said. I don't. Shit, sometimes I just want to get up and ride. I dated this one girl, I jump up before the sun come up. I dated this one girl, I jump up 4, 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And I was single for a while, so I jumped up, went to the store. I ain't really going nowhere. It's like 6:30. I just like to be out. When the truckers out, everybody out. I'm a people watcher. I go there to one of those truck stops that all the truckers and everybody be at. I go in there and get me a little coffee. I might go in there and get me some cigarillos or something. I'm just, doing my ones or two. I come back to the house. She asked me to my, where you been? Why you ain't tell me you was gonna leave somewhere? I said, excuse me? Why you ain't tell me you was gonna leave somewhere? I'm laughing to myself in the inside. So I asked her, I said, so you're saying I should have woke you up out of your sleep to tell you I was going somewhere? She said, yeah, I just would like to know where you went, isn't that? I said, what, you gonna protect me or something? What the hell do I need to wake you up and tell you I'm leaving somewhere for? My mama named Joyce Brown. You not my goddamn mama. If you sleep, I'm respecting the fact that you sleep. And I don't need no help when I'm roaming these goddamn streets. So no, I didn't think to tell you where I was going somewhere. But what was you going to do? Don't you see the coffee in my hand? I said, look, I understand that the last nigga might have snuck out and cheated on you, but don't bring that energy to me. I ain't do it to you, at least not yet. Shit. I didn't do it to you, at least not yet. Don't you see the coffee and the donut and the cigarillos in my goddamn hand? I went to the store. Now you telling me dating you, I got a curfew or a time when I can go to the store? Because I don't know if I want to sign up to that. Tell me if I need a permission slip to go to the corner store because you sleep. Because I didn't do it to you, baby. Yeah, I had to tell her I didn't do it to you, baby. That's what made her start laughing. I said, I didn't do it to you, baby. Yeah, I ain't the one did it to you. So leave me alone. I didn't do it to you, baby. I got coffee and motherfucking Rellos. I didn't do it to you, baby. Yeah, I'm not falling for this shit where you trying to keep me in prison because what some other nigga did to you. I'm moving around how I like to move around. I date you. I'm not goddamn your prisoner. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you nuts? But you want to tell me I knew it was coming. And if you would have woke up and she would have still been, and she would have been, you would have been pissed. Yeah, Miss Collins, you know why? Because if she would have went to the gas station and a nigga would have goddamn smacked her on the booty, called her a bitch, guess who she would have woke up out her sleep to do something about it? Me. So you damn right you better let me know where you going. Cause that'll give me the gauge of how fast I gotta get there to kick some ass. You need me. You need protection. I don't need no motherfucking protection when I'm going out. Notice I said that earlier, but you wasn't paying attention. So I had to say it and reiterate it when I was talking. See, you one of them motherfuckers that don't like to listen, Miss Collins. I see that now. I see that now. See, if somebody run afoul of me, I'm not gonna need to call and wake her up. That's why I ain't gotta tell her where I'm going. If you gonna involve me in your business when we out, that's why you gotta let me know where you going. Simple. Oh, if I would have woke her up, should have been mad. Yeah, but she said that to me, and you the type of woman that would have said that. So I agree with you, Miss Collins. But Miss Collins, you the woman that I'm always gonna use as my goddamn beef with woman when I want to say something, because I think you got that type of attitude. So just take it, Miss Collins. Even though, oh, pause. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. I definitely read that wrong, but I read everything wrong when I'm smoking Swagger Dash, and you know that. But I still would have said the same thing to you, Miss Collins, if I read it right. Because I'm making you a part of my story. And you know you the OG that I beef with now. Come on now, Miss Collins. Stay in your role. I'm in my role. But I'm accepting the responsibility that I read that wrong. Okay? And it ain't gonna be the last time I read it wrong. I can guarantee you 100% that ain't gonna be the last time I read something wrong. Especially when I start smoking. I'm just gonna tell you. I just don't smoke on camera because I love the cheering. But I'm grown though. So I'm gonna do what I like. Oh shoot. She talking about good thing. I'm in a good mood, 7 foot. Thank you, Miss Collins. I like to think a little arguing back and forth with me also put you in a good mood too, Miss Collins. You know you like a nigga to argue with. Every woman like a nigga to argue with here and there. That brings spice to your life. So I'm your internet nigga to argue with, Miss Collins. Come on now. We go back and forth. We have our little talk, but it ain't nothing serious. You my dog. Just know before you send the goons, just know you my people, Miss Collins. Even though I'm just playing, we don't have one of them New Orleans goons to come down nowhere near me. Cause them niggas crazy. You know what I mean? It ain't that serious. These are jokes. You know what I mean? Don't put no New Orleans voodoo on me either. Don't be shaking nothing over a pot with my name on it. Talking about I go do that. I go. Don't do all that to me now. I don't want no smoke like that. I'm just joking. And if I go too far, put in the chat. Too far, 7 foot. I'm gonna say, all right, Miss Collins, my bad, dog. My bad. My bad, Miss Collins. But you gotta give a nigga time to say my bad. You can't turn into goddamn Rampage Jackson, son. No, you can't do that. You thinking like a European. Oh no, you did. On with the content, please. See how easy that is. Yes, ma'am, Miss Collins. Watch this. Bip.
My son in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? That's like, fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Seriously, Snoop, you don't have an answer for that big, huge, confounding problem. Let me help because it's really not that difficult. When you're at the movie and this huge problem for which you have no coping skills comes up and the child says, how is it that two women can have a baby? You don't want to interrupt the movie. You don't want to make a scene. You turn to your grandchild and you just say, look, every family's a little bit different. Don't you worry about it. Enjoy the movie. We'll talk about it a little more on the way home.
Damn, Snoop.
Kwame think he white. Well, that dude was white, and I don't think nothing like this white dude. Because I don't want to have to talk about adult topics because a child watched a movie. I think that's crazy. That's a crazy ass. That's the reason why they have parental advisory on things, because children are not supposed to see certain things at an early age. So I would want to be able to watch a movie that everything my child talk about is amazing stuff that I want to talk about with my child. I don't want to have to sit down and talk to them about how two women had a child after watching something that's supposed to be kid friendly. That's crazy. How are you asking people to do that? And this is supposed to be a kid friendly station in Disney.
Dogg really did sell out from a West Coast legend to now a MAGA grifter, a bootlicker.
Oh my God. So now Snoop sold out because he said he don't want to answer questions like that he don't have the answer to, because children are asking him how two women can't have a baby because they can't. How he explains something that's impossible to children. And he's a sellout. What else he called him? He called him something else. Hold on, let me go back. I'm on this flag of that.
From a West Coast legend to now a MAGA grifter, a bootlicker for the conservative right. I mean, used to be a tone setter.
Oh my God. A white man calling somebody a bootlicker. You no good son. You know what, Kwame? You got one strike. You can't really go in like you want to go in on this dude. Boy, look at here. I told y'all, man, you not free like you think you free. These people don't like you think they like you. It's all about who we like. And they only like you if you're in lockstep in agreement with everything they say and think. This man just called a black man a bootlicker on the internet for everyone to see. And this person has white friends and probably got black friends. And they're going to be okay with calling this black man a bootlicker because he has a thought that does not align with yours. Now, guess what? Piers Morgan has thoughts. You know, a lot of white men have thoughts. And not one white man I ever seen called them a bootlicker, called them a sellout for thinking the way they think. Black men can only think the same way the Democrat Party tell them to think. Black people can only think the way the Democratic Party tells them to think, or you are a sellout to the community. You can buy houses in the community. You can give bicycles to the kids, shoes, whatever. But if you're not lockstep with the Democrats, if you're not lockstep with every agenda and you're black, hell, if you date a white woman, you're out of the community. It could be any little thing that's not doing what somebody tell you to do to be down. Then you're not black. You ain't with the community. And now we'll allow a white man to call Snoop. He said you went from legend to bootlicker. Because it's his opinion is different than Snoop. He went from legend to bootlicker. Ain't that a bitch? And freedom of speech America, they tell you we can't have freedom of speech as black people. Because it even hit the black women. The black women that don't sound like the traditional bullshit ass, ratchet ass, no good ass woman Oh Lord, let me stop cursing. If they sound like a woman that actually want to build a family and be structured and be with a man and actually listen to a man and actually be together and work it out, oh, then she'll pick me. It's always something negative when you're trying to do something positive. Bro, I was a kid confused about smoked ham, asking my mama how they smoke ham. I like ham cigarettes. Uh, that's a dumb kids should be asking their parents. Not nothing about sex and all this mess. Absolutely. Salute to you, bro, Bobby. This shit is crazy, man. It's unbelievable how we allow what we have been reduced down to. We are only the race that people go get to push the violent agenda. They hide behind us when they're ready to do some violence. Most of the crowd be white. They enlist a few black people to come and they start a riot, and most of the people that do damage in the riot is white folk. The ones that's setting the stuff on fire. Now we in there looting, stealing some stuff now. We in there stealing stuff. And then they burn it down. Make sure you don't have nowhere else to go shop at. And we think we winning some type of cause. We asked for $20 an hour to flip a burger. And I keep saying they not gonna do that. And we do it. Yeah, we gonna stick it to the company. We gonna show them. And then they close the whole burger joint down. The policies that's destroying your neighborhood, you're actually voting for them because they're using your emotion. They robbing you blind with your own vote, getting you emotional, and you giving it to them. You're sending away all the CVS's where your grandmas and your aunties need their high blood pressure water pills, all the medicine they need. Because the diet they eat, all this damn crabs and sodium and sugar and meat and barbecue. They got to have water pills. They got to have the blood pressure pill. They got to have their pill. And now they got to go way across town because you Negroes done voted for policy that don't even help grandma that you ain't even going to visit. It don't even make no sense because you want to be down with everybody. You want to be down with the cause. You want to be a part of something. You're so lonely in your real life. You're so out of shape and not connected to nothing that you're trying to connect to everything on the internet. Any cause, you just, woo! Freedom! Hey, man, they going to try to strike my channel, man. I got to stop this, man. I really want to go off on this boy right here. Ooh, I got some nasty words to say to him. Like, ooh, but I can't. I can't say that. I can't say what I want to say. Company policy, y'all. We all affected by it.
Drifter, a bootlicker from.
Don't you worry about it. Enjoy the movie. We'll talk about it a little more on the way home.
Damn, Snoop Dogg really did sell out from a West Coast legend to now a MAGA grifter, a bootlicker for the conservative right. I mean, you used to be a tone setter. Now you're just a sad old man. You built a whole career off of not flinching. Murder was the case. Smoking, you know what? Sex, women, the whole image. And now you're afraid to go to the movies. It's bad enough that you're a MAGA bootlicker.
Boy. So we got to talk about.
Tell them how you really feel. You a MAGA bootlicker. Not only are you a MAGA bootlicker, black men don't have no freedom of speech. Everybody hold men to task, black men to task when they start talking. Everybody and their mama. They got a coalition of Negroes to go after black men that talk. Roland Martin gonna say you're dumb and you're uneducated. They got Steve Harvey gonna tell you to go talk to Roland Martin. They got everybody. Ricky Smiley. They gonna have somebody that gets you. You need to talk to somebody because you ain't down with us. It's crazy. We had one man say to Snoop, just don't answer the question for your kid. Just tell them we'll talk about it a little later. Hopefully, hoping that they forget about it. You know, a kid attention span is not that long. They'll probably go home, think about something else, put a TV show on, and not talk about it. Because that's what they're encouraging. Just normalizing it by letting them see it, introducing it to them slow. So he didn't give an answer for it. He just said, oh, we'll talk about it later. The other guy, because of Snoop's opinion, oh, he's a bootlicker. He's oh my God, just a disgusting son of a gun, a sellout. This a white man calling a black man a sellout is actually hilarious. You know, it's a lot of firsts going on. A white man said to a whole race of proud, strong black people that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So now black people get all their marching orders from white people. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. None of you niggas got out of line. None of you niggas got mad except me. I openly said, I openly cursed. I can't say it right now, but that sounds like something a C word would say to a black man. Like Charlemagne would say, a C word, a C word. Yeah, that would it sound like. I would never have no white man tell me I ain't black if I don't do something. I don't think you can ever get that distinction. So I thought everybody would be on that type of time, but no. It's all about who we like. It's all about who we like. You'll love up on a white man that tell you ain't black if you don't vote for him. Hate one that say the truth about a demographic of women that for the money, these girls are letting Usher put cherry balls in their mouth on camera in front of their husbands. But Trump can't have a private conversation that says he's so famous that girls will let him grab them right in their private parts, which they actually will. If you go make enough money, there's somebody's daughter out there that for that money, she will let you do whatever. And you can't train that out of these women. We're not talking about every woman. We're talking about that type of woman. And she definitely will. Lil Wayne and Drake made a song. She won't, but then again, maybe she will. Do it for the realest in the game right now, and she will. She will. And best believe she will. So I don't know how you make that so egregious when we've seen girls going wild. When some of these people are babies from women who went to the Freaknik. All you got to do is look back of the mamas from the 90s and some of the kids that grew up as a result of them 90s and them 80s. And some of y'all mamas was them girls that was going wild. And we want to act like it ain't those women. And you know what she was tripping off? It's like that song say, she ain't tripping off me. She wanted to beat my car. Everybody know, get a little money, put a little bling and shine on yourself, and them women coming. So come on now, let's not play. Let's not play. We got everybody playing and don't want to say the truth no more. We play too much. Trump ain't said a goddamn on thing wrong. Every powerful man, the powerful gay men got niggas on call. The powerful goddamn on heterosexual men, they got girls on call. That's how that works. We just had a 50-something-year-old woman go on the radio station and say, I bang 26-year-old men. And I said, damn, I wish I was 26, because that old heifer still fine. I wish I was still 26, because we love you feminists. No matter how long it take, dummy, the men still win. You wait till you get old to be a hoe. These women go through the same phase. The women that's trapped in that cycle of trying to be badass feminists. Not all, just those ones right there. They go and they get themselves to men. Then they'll go through a phase of where they're going to be celibate for a while. They'll hold up their coochie for 2-3 years. And then I guess menopause or something hit. Then they get freaky again. And then now they're just stepping stones and fun bags for little young boys, 26 years old. And they think that's empowerment and not men having their way. These young boys are having their way with these older women. I'm talking about free of charge, no nothing, just bang, 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 and they happy to do it. And she on there making that sound like a flex. Now, what if a man, Shannon Sharp, was up there bragging about having sex with young girls? Shannon Sharp, they usually end up getting called a pedophile, or they usually end up finding a way to get some money or lock these men up. But we glorify a woman saying and doing the exact same thing that we just said Shannon Sharp and a lot of men like that, Leonardo DiCaprio. We shun men, even though these women are grown adults. We shun men that got a taste for younger. But all these old women was up there, yeah, them older men know, them younger boys know how to do it. Oh, yeah. But let an older man say, them younger girls' titties ain't sagging and them bellies ain't hanging up like them fupas and they look tight and their skin ain't got to be injected so many times. Ooh, them young girls look tight and fresh at 25 and 26. Let a man say that and he just got every woman against him. How the fuck is that? We got men that got to lie. Oh, man, I don't like 25-year-olds. They got to lie and say they don't like a girl at their damn near their physical peak. A volleyball player from University of Florida with them thunder thighs. A man in his 40s or 50s got to say, oh, hell no. I would never. I don't like that. Even though she looked damn scrumptious, I'm not a loser. That's how he got to act. Are you fucking kidding me? This girl is amazingly fine. The same reasons in the same way why an older woman would want a younger man, well, guess what? It's the same reasons why an older man would want a younger woman. You can't be jealous because you want the same goddamn thing. Mad because he don't want your old ass. When I was 26, couldn't no 50-year-old nigga fuck with me. So I'm not going to be mad now that I'm goddamn getting old and I might can't fuck with no young ass 26-year-old nigga. But see, I'm a different type of 40 though. Yeah, I'm in shape. Yeah, I know how to do my Kegels. So I'm a different type of 40. I'm an old young nigga. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a different type of motherfucker 40. I only work out for. Never mind. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Be quiet, Miss Collins. I ain't saying nothing else. If you want an uncut rant that puts this all in perspective, I just posted a rant from last night. KB don't play. It's because they will get you flagged. Yep, that will get you flagged. Let me be quiet. Salute to Aaron the Black. I'm just saying. They want to get mad and say we something different than they are. They want to label us something different for liking the same thing. Every nasty old pedophile in that chat, because it was a lot. I went to the chat and I was looking at all these older women. Yeah, girl. Whoa, them young boys be putting it down. They get that groove back. Whoa. She got her groove back. Woo! They were just championing that shit. And I can't salute an old player that done retired from the military and shit. He kept his finances together and he divorced his wife and got it together. He in shape and young enough to attract a 25, 26-year-old and can make him feel young again. And he can travel all the world, around the world with her and get on rocks and make himself young again. That's supposed to be a bad thing for a man, huh? That's fucked up. They want men to be slaves to their little weak thoughts. Yeah, I'm a different type of 40. Shit. And I don't drink beer no more. I'm a different type of 40. Yeah, I stopped drinking beer and started taking ginger root pills. Yeah, boy, I'm a different type of father. Yeah, ginger root. I'm a different type of father. It's gonna be niggas going to the vitamin shop right now. Hey, where them goddamn ginger root pills that Kwame was talking about? Let me play the video, man. Let me shut up.
Predictably are very triggered by this.
I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Light?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called
with
Lightyear.
Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Snoop Dogg, when will you?
That nigga say, shh, watch the movie. Eat this pop. I can see myself doing it. Hey, eat the popcorn, boy. Hey, eat the popcorn. Because what do you say? And as you can see, when these clips go, I was waiting to see what a parent would say. And watch what they say he should say.
Stop disappointing me. Let's look at the direct quote. He said, "Oh, I didn't come here for this. I just came here to watch the movie. So that's like F me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Y'all throwing me in the middle of this that I don't have an answer for. It threw me for a loop. These are kids. Do we have to show that at that age? They're going to ask questions. I don't have the answers. They're putting it everywhere. I honestly don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to try. Can someone tell Snoop that having to explain how queer couples have kids is actually way less sexual and complicated than straight couples? You can.
Lady, that's the point. You just said sexual, lady. I don't want to talk about sexual nothing to a child. That's where you run afoul of me and I start cussing. Boy, she lucky, my God. This is why men are needed. This is why that protection is needed. Because you just said sexual. And when I hear sexual and I know I got a young 10-year-old daughter, I don't want nobody talking about sex around my 10-year-old. I have an 11-year-old child. I don't want nobody talking about sex. You just said sexual and kids in the same sentence. And there lies the problem. How is what he said offensive? Because I don't know, ma'am. I do not know. But she literally just said, how is it a bad thing to explain to your children how queer couples have sexual or something? Let me not misquote this woman. I just heard sex, but she trying to talk so gentle and smart. I don't want to talk to my kids about sex.
Putting it everywhere. I honestly don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to try. Can someone tell Snoop that having to explain how queer couples have kids is actually way less sexual and complicated than straight?
Right. Explaining how queer couples have kids is way less complicated and sexual. Okay. I'm glad you said that it was sexual because we're not taking our children to look at movies that hint at anything that we have to start explaining sex. KB about to go Hulk. Keep spitting, laugh out loud. Salute to you, bro. I'm trying not to get flags. I can't go where I want to go with this because I have a particular way I explain things when I get hyper. And, you know, it's probably because that government cheese they fed me. They act like they try to tell me, Kwame, you ain't supposed to curse. They act like it ain't no side effect to feeding these kids all that government cheese that they fed me. They act like it ain't going to be no side effect for feeding me a diet of them ramen noodles with all that sodium and them air pack noodles I ate. Maybe cursing is a side effect of it. Huh? Maybe cursing is a side effect of all that big box of cheese and milk and god dang on diet that I don't eat now. I'm trying not to curse. I'm better now. That cheese was good as hell, though. That cheese was good, boy. Woo, woo. I used to be like, where can I get the block cheese? Like, you can't get no cheese like that block cheese from the government. That's how I know it ain't no good. You cannot get no government cheese nowhere. I be trying, where's that block cheese at? I'm just saying. Don't talk about Mama's cooking though. Mama make everything taste good. But once she knew better, she got different type of cheese. And then once she knew better, she said, I don't think we should eat cheese. And I don't think you should drink that type of milk. I'm like, what the hell is goat milk? She wanted me to start drinking goat milk. I made it to almond milk. I don't drink goat milk. I drink almond. But I don't know the benefits of goat milk. But she said goat milk was better than regular milk. You talking about I've been looking to find it made the best macaroni. It damn sure did. But this woman want us to talk to our 10-year-olds about sex. My daughter is 10. We haven't sat down and had no conversations about anything sexual. I think the appropriate time that I will talk to her about anything sexual will be probably after her period. Because now that these kids are having periods early, you might have to ramp up that conversation. But normally you have that conversation around the middle school age, high school age, not taking Buzz Lightyear age kids and them having to explain to them about sex. Goat milk is closest to mother's milk. Oh man, I tried to drink that shit, man. Maybe I could eat some cereal with it. I need to find somebody that got some good goats. I gotta figure out what they doing with their goats, what they eat. Cause I don't want no milk if they over there chewing on bags of shh. I don't want the milk. But this woman want us to talk about. She want us to talk about sexual, cause it's easier, in her opinion, to explain how the sexual encounter that comes with making a baby with heterosexual sex opposed to queer sex, she said. But the problem is we don't want to talk about sex to our kids. We just want to take them to a kids movie. That's all we're saying, man.
Couples, you can go with adoption. In the case of the movie Lightyear, which he's referring to, you could just say a simple, sometimes science can help because kids are a lot smarter and a lot more understanding than adults give them credit for.
So something very tragic just happened to Snoop Dogg.
Oh, really? Kids are a lot smarter and a lot this than adults give them credit for. And what research showed her this? That in the real world, not just book smart, that in the real world where you have to deal with people, you have to deal with situations, you have to deal with police encounters, you have to deal with situations where you may be frightened, you have to deal with situations where you maybe have to be tough and strong. You're saying that kids can make a smart, informed decision in all of those scenarios? Because it's hard for adults to even do that. These people are absolutely crazy. Evil food videos on almond milk. I'm gonna have to look them up.
He said it fucked him up. He took his grandkids to see a kids movie and it featured two mothers, a lesbian couple, just playing the role of mothers. He said it fucked me up and threw me into shit I don't have an answer for. And they're putting this shit out there everywhere. I want to give some perspective to Snoop Dogg. You should maybe focus on your decision to perform at the inauguration of a man who's leading a party that's attracting every deviant out there. every deviant that's abusing children, every deviant that is trying to take the rights away from your granddaughters and from any of your dark complected grandkids.
All right, so now people mad at Snoop because he said he feel uncomfortable taking his grandkids to the movies because there was a scene where one of the characters had two moms and he didn't want to have to explain that to the grandkids. And I get that. That's got to be uncomfortable. I totally understand it. And honestly, you can't get mad at Snoop on this. Not this. Because he's tradition. That dude old school. He can't.
Hey, DTM, you up out of here. We don't do that in my chat. You don't come up here throwing racial slurs in the chat, because I wouldn't let somebody come up here that I think is white say shut up N-word. So no, don't do that.
Came from a whole other time. A time where bitches wasn't shit, but hoes and tricks. Who would lick on the well, you know. A time where it wasn't no fun. Can't nobody have any fun. Unless the homies could have some. That's sharing. They don't teach them kind of values in school no more. We talking about gin, juice, marijuana abuse, and murder. He ain't got no time to be teaching two moms to some kids. This dude probably still got to explain why he's still throwing up gang signs at award shows. He ain't got no time to talk about two moms to some kids. But I'll tell you what you won't see. You won't ever see him ever show love or respect for or associate with or ever be seen with somebody who has a negative image around them when it comes to how they are around kids. You ain't gonna never see that. Ever, ever, ever.
I'm gonna tell you why the Snoop Dogg.
So touche to that. So you want to hold Snoop Dogg to task about the songs that he created. Well, when Snoop Dogg was supporting the Democratic Party and everybody else, you never mentioned those songs. So I'll give you that. How about both things are bad? We need to clean up the music, and you still shouldn't put that in the kids' music. You don't disqualify the other one. Both of those things are true. So thank you for pointing out two things that we can talk about: the terrible music that pump unaliving our young black males and over sexualizing our kids, both male and female rappers, and the slaying of our young boys across America with this fake bravado. Hold on, y'all. Oh man, YouTube calling now? No, that's a contractor calling me. Ain't this bar good? But that's the crazy thing about it. They never have a problem with Snoop until he says something that they don't agree with. And if you notice, none of these people want to deal with what he actually said. Now it's an attack on the person. The same very person that they liked before he did something that they didn't agree with. So to be these people's friend, you got to do everything that they would do. In order for me to have their friendship, I have to think and do everything that they would do. And we talking about a kids movie, Takara tomorrow. We talking about a kids movie where all the adult in the room, a man, a protector, is saying is that, hey, kids are not supposed to have this in the movies. Because as much as we talk about Snoop's music, on Snoop's music, that's why they have a censor advisory, so that we advise kids under 18 not to listen to Snoop Dogg. That's the whole censorship thing on there. So you still can't invalidate Snoop Dogg because he's a rapper that might need to clean up some lyrics, but at least it's censorship on Snoop Dogg's music. So it should be a censorship on the movies. The same way. Well, either way, you're not making a real good point. You just want to shame, you want to threaten, you want to make the man seem a certain way, all because he don't agree with you. It's sad, really. These people have turned into bullies. Everybody has turned into bullies. There's no such thing as freedom of thought. There's let me be offended. Let me get enough people in powerful positions to get offended by what you say. And then we find a way to stop you from making money by canceling everybody that's associated with you, getting them scared. And now we've created a society where there's no freedom of speech through currency, through money. Isn't that a satanic society? Well, now money is supposed to be the root of all evil, but people got to keep quiet for job safety. That's money. People got to keep quiet because they want to feed their family. We all are watching the go along, get along gang do what they do in front of us, but we all got jobs. We all got aspirations to be a part of the mainstream. That's what Stephen A. and them say. We all want to be just like them, some puppeteers. Oh, no, they would be the puppet masters. This shit is crazy. Yeah, ain't no more live and let live. It's, oh, you ain't down with my tribe? Oh, you hateful. Let me turn this cancel gun on you. Because you hateful. Your opinion is hate. Your opinion is an attack. If it's different than mine, it's hate. It's not freedom of speech. I'm going to label it something negative so it can get a negative reaction so that we, one, don't examine what was said, and that we, two, rile up the emotions, because you know we can't have a conversation when people are emotional. But they have a phrase out called emotional intelligence. And the real smart people came up with this stuff. And I still can't remember the time. I'm trying to think back. Have I ever been emotional and intelligent at the same time? And I can't think of one time I was emotional and both intelligent. I use the term to get people to try to listen because they got to understand how other people talk. But I still don't get it. I try to make sure I get people to understand I don't get it. What? Ladies don't want to hear that. Maybe that's the ladies you know.
Dogg comment is irritating me so much. And if you don't know what Snoop Dogg said, let me tell you real quick, and I'm obviously going to paraphrase it. He was being interviewed and he was complaining that he brought his grandkid to Lightyear, the movie Lightyear. It's a Pixar movie. I personally didn't see Lightyear, but I guess there's parents in the movie that are moms. So same sex marriage. He's complaining that they're putting it everywhere. And like, now I'm going to have to explain things. And like, I'm not even going to get into that argument of it because it's like, oh, okay, you don't want to have to explain things. There's really nothing to explain. It's just like that kid has two moms. Like there's no explanation needed. But aside from that, the first thing that comes to my mind is how I don't think that Snoop Dogg would have any problem whatsoever having a music video or watching a music video where two women are making out. And all I'm saying is, if you
Snoop Dogg is an adult. That is stupid. I wouldn't have a problem with two women making out. Please express yourself and let me watch. Lord have mercy. The most beautiful thing in the world, not one but two. But he's a grown man. You said that to say what? They be getting up here acting like they getting somebody told and saying something, and she really ain't saying nothing. Snoop Dogg is an adult male. Why wouldn't he want to see two women? This is crazy. Snoop Dogg's argument is that the kids are too young for this type of information, and he don't want to explain it to them because he can't explain it. That's his setback, and a lot of other people agree. But she said in rebuttal to that Snoop Dogg wouldn't have no problem watching two women make out in a movie. What does that got to do with kids watching this stuff? This shit is crazy. And this woman really thinks she's a good person with this delusional shit. God bless whoever you with.
The first thing that comes to my mind is how I don't think that Snoop Dogg would have any problem whatsoever having a music video or watching a music video where two women are making out.
I wouldn't have a problem watching or being in a music video with two women making out. The hell are you talking about? Me and my girl were just watching a TV show together with two women making out. And she complimented one of them booty. I'm just saying. To my KB, at least you making me laugh. I know it's frustrating to listen to. That's why I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. These people are absolutely nuts. And this one of the people that was walking up the beach as a child. Oh my God, the rocks. How are these rocks just getting washed away into the ocean? Can we put a cage over the rocks? Can we do anything? These precious rocks. They belong to a rock family right here on the beach. Every one of them is deserved to be together. Daddy, can you do something about this? And their daddy put together a $2 billion fund to keep the rocks on the beach. Without purpose, and you got money, you'll do all kind of foolish. I agree, the apology is coming. Oh, for sure. That money too good, boy. He got that mainstream money. That money too good. That man cooked with Martha Stewart, man. He gonna come out and it's gonna sound like the GS apology. Hey, what did I say? All I said was, I didn't want it around. I didn't want to explain to my children. I didn't mean to offend nobody, and I apologize for offending anybody. I love that community. He gonna have to say all kind of shit. And we heard what he said, and he ain't say nothing wrong. Kids shouldn't see that. Her rebuttal is that it should be, you should go tell a mama. So a man can't offer up no information on that. Feminist tactics. I'm not gonna say go ask your mama. I'm gonna say, who the hell took us to this movie?
I'm saying is, if you have a problem with women being depicted in a relationship together and not a problem with women making out at parties, why? And I didn't hear once Snoop Dogg come out and
lady, you easy to beat because you stupid. Because maybe you didn't read what he say, and maybe you're deaf too, because you couldn't hear what he said. He said he didn't want to explain it, what he saw, to the kids. I'm pretty sure if somebody is making out in front of him, he don't got to explain nothing to those kids because kids ain't going to be present. So this don't even make no sense, man. You're making yourself look foolish. This is an emotional argument. Maybe you're a part of the community or something, so you're getting offensive or offended by what he said instead of actually listening to what he said. And what he said on the surface about his kids, no one takes their kids to the movies to have to explain to them adult things. That's not a hard ask for parents to be able to go to a movie and take their kids, for them to be asking us little kitty things that little kitties age are supposed to be thinking about. I want them thinking about Legos and not dildos, okay?
say in the early 2000s, all of you need to stop putting women making out in your videos. Not once. He was pretty silent on that. So yeah, I'm a little sad. I feel like we lost Snoop Dogg, but I had already known that because I saw his true colors during the election.
Oh my God. She think we lost Snoop Dogg. Who is we and who the fuck owns Snoop Dogg? I thought Snoop Dogg was just giving his opinion. Oh my goodness. I told y'all it was a go along, get along game, boy. She said we lost Snoop Dogg. Who owns Snoop Dogg now and where did this nigga go? We lost Snoop Dogg. God, dog, they telling you they own you niggas in your face. And you niggas ain't gonna do nothing about it. You waiting to cancel a nigga because the gravy too cold. You waiting to sit in a black restaurant right now and say the grits was too cold, dump it on the floor after you eat half of it and want all your money back. Disrespectful, mother. Disrespectful, mother. We do each other so bad, Lord. Yes, we do. To lie so much, talking about we love each other. All we do is lie, rob, steal, kill, and goddamn finesse each other. Tired of the lie. And we listening to this heifer up here talking stupid. When all you doing is judging the actions of a grown man for saying what's not appropriate for children. You think we too stupid to see the difference in what you saying, lady? I wish my people would wake up and stop listening to weirdos like this.
This didn't shock me at all. And don't come in the comment section saying, oh, and this is a movie for kids. Okay, your kids are going to see everything in life. Are you not trying to prepare them? Are you not a parent?
Yeah, I'm trying to prepare them. But bitch, you or nobody else get to decide when that happened. If I'm taking them to a kid's movie, I want kid-friendly movie. You don't get to decide for me when my child encounters whatever. How the fuck you know my child going to encounter everything? I can go buy 90 acres like them people in Georgia and keep my kid away from you. That's the most disrespectful thing in the world, for you to tell somebody what your kid is going to encounter. When this is America, lady, I don't know where you from, but we can build anything we want in America. America is for sale, lady. I can put a gate up around some acreage of land and put a flag on that bitch and create my own constitution and never let my kid come out the gate if she don't want to. So how you going to tell me what my kid going to see in America? Stop saying that ignorant ass statement just because you don't want to deal with somebody else having a difference of opinion. This is the stupidest thing in the world. Do they not know we live in America, the greatest country in the world, that you literally can write your own constitution? But she gonna tell me what your kid gonna guarantee see. What if I was Mormon? They control what their kids and their people see. This is crazy. No, you can't. Waco. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Somebody right up the street, I can show you. They got a gate up. It's just them and their kids, and the police got to goddamn phone in before they come on their property. I bet this heifer don't have kids. She probably adopted if she do. Salute to you, beautiful one. This is crazy. You just gonna tell somebody like you God what they and their kids gonna see when you can create the surroundings and the environment that you want to see. I know a Christian school that don't allow certain things at the Christian school, and your kid won't see none of the stuff that they talking about, and they don't own or possess none of the books that the public schools have, because it's a private Christian school. So how dare you try to trick people talking about your kids gonna see everything? Your kids can get to a certain age and get to dang near being an adult before they see certain things. Yes, when they go out into the world, they're gonna see everything. But that's our job as a parent, to shield them from seeing certain things until they're age appropriate to be able to see it, understand it, and make a smart decision around it. Yeah, Amish people. So how dare you lie and tell this lie like this, and this is your excuse for wanting this around. Your kid gonna see everything, so we're gonna force you to see it in a movie. BS. And now we're gonna sock it to your pocket. Because we're not supporting nobody that's gonna force us to put something around our kid. Our kids are our individual responsibilities. No government, no group of people gonna control what they put in front of our children. Because we'll stop paying for it. Yeah, we'll stop paying for it. I'm in the Matrix. I'm still in the same spot. Goodness gracious. Yeah, she trying to act like there's no Christian schools out there. I know a Christian school that go all the way to the 12th grade. And by the time my kid encounter something they want to that society want them to see, they're a little more mentally ready to deal with it than being 8, 9, 5, 10. That's our job, to protect our children from seeing things that are age inappropriate too damn early. That's what protection is. That's why y'all try to kick the men out the home. We're going to object strongly to certain things, and we're going to stand on it. We're not going to be coerced into it. We don't want to be a part of no group. When a man is around, we tell our wives, whoa, 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 we ain't going over there with them. That's nonsense. No, we ain't going over there. Heck no. Your friend's tripping. Well, my boy want to express himself. He finna put a dress on. Who boy? What happened to the men that used to goddamn tell a woman, lady, if you put that shit on my son, me and you gonna have a problem. Never a time to goddamn, boy, what? You finna do what? You done lost your goddamn. There used to be some men out there, boy, look at here. I'm down there fighting word. You finna do what? Now they done birthed the men that say, I'm gonna support my wife and yes, it's whatever, honey. I'm gonna sit right here on your right shoulder and whatever you say. Shit. Are you crazy?
Parent, when my kid asks a question, why does that person have two moms? I go, because they do. Next question.
Yeah. So you see,
So now you gonna raise a loudmouth little kid that don't know nothing. They ask you questions, because they do. Next question. I wonder if you do that when they come home from school and ask you a question about their lesson. Mom, what is this? I don't know. You should have learned at school. Next question. You big dummy. You just noticed you didn't answer nothing your kid asked you, and you're their first teacher, lady. And the answer you gave your child was because they do. That's the only answer you gave your child, because they do. Which is not an answer, lady. You'll do anything to trick a child. You ought to be very proud of yourself. Kids ask innocent questions, and you should be able to answer them. Otherwise, you're trying to push some BS. Kids are organic with their questions. They mean no harm. They're only speaking about what they see. Oh, you fat. Oh, you big. How you get so big? They're asking questions based on what they see. Trying to do sorcery on these kids and tricking them into seeing something else is crazy work. That's crazy work. And person after person came up here and did Snoop Dogg. And let me see if there's more of this video. I think that was it. Because if you want to go watch what Black Conservative Perspective said, you free to do it. I think that's it. Let me see.
with this just the other day. It wasn't a kids movie, but in my office, I have a treadmill and a TV and an Xbox, which, by the way, life tip, life hack. Okay. When you talk about maximizing efficiency in your life, I have a treadmill in my office so that when I get up in the morning, I do cardio, or anytime I'm doing cardio, I can play Xbox, get my entertainment and my exercise in at the same time. So I don't have to spend any of my working hours playing Xbox or doing something non-productive. Okay. And this is what I mean when I tell people to work hard and to work smart, right? You can maximize efficiency in your life while at the same time still enjoyed it too, right? And get your exercise in and your video games. You just got to do it smart, right? You got to do it smart. But anyways, the story basically is that I've been playing Final Fantasy 16, which is a very, very, very fun.
Yeah, you got to go over there to watch the rest of it. The Hodge twins got a different version of different people talking. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find where it was at. Excuse me. All right, let me show you this. Disney, Marvel, they ruin everything you love.
As if that was a difficult thing for him to do. This is the type of weaponized incompetence that has allowed anti-LGBTQ, anything anti-gay to exist.
She's totally reading that. She's got the little teleprompter app going on her phone.
Yeah.
It doesn't even sound genuine when she's saying it because it's just a talking point.
Yeah.
If you are a parent and you feel uncomfortable with certain things in certain movies in front of your prepubescent child, it's totally nothing wrong with that. But these people will demonize you for it.
Yeah, vilify you for it.
As long as it has, because for some reason, people want to act like gay people don't exist.
No.
So she's totally misrepresenting what he said on the podcast.
Right. Everybody know y'all exist.
Yeah. And nobody's trying to take that away from you. We just don't want it thrown in front of our kids. Like straight people, we want our kids to be straight.
Right.
And sexuality is a biological side to it. And then there's also your environment can have an impact on your sexuality.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
And then they're like, well, don't shove it down my throat, even though every single movie and every single cartoon made centers heterosexual love stories. So
yeah, because it's natural.
It's more natural.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be in movies.
Yeah. I mean, they say it's natural.
They demonize.
But even heterosexual scenes should not be in kids' movies. We are talking about kids' movies. Jesus Christ, we are talking about kids. Quit trying to blend the lines by speaking about what's in movies that adults do to try not to have the actual conversation that the only problem that we're having is that it's for the kids. Leave it out of the kids' movie. Thank you.
And that's because we're normal.
Yeah, but it's also natural to say there's gay people. They've always been around.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not as typical as straight.
Shoved down our throats. It's the expectation that it should only be a man and a woman and that a man should chase a woman. Let's not get into the early Disney days where apparently y'all can use that to tell women that they're being delusional. But we were all inundated with the same propaganda about heterosexual relationships. So
that's propaganda. Without straight couples, you wouldn't be alive.
Right. They trying to make it to where you call it propaganda for what the Bible says, man and a woman, and that's how you birth children, the natural way. At least give props to women that birth children and men the natural way. Like, what are you talking about? You wouldn't be here without a man and a woman coming together to have you. Jesus Christ, lady.
Did she just call straight couples propaganda?
Yeah.
The most educated demographic of people, everybody.
Here we go. I'm telling you.
The female sub-Saharan.
Come on,
you can't sit up here like, well, I don't want gay anything in media, but I also don't want y'all to sit up here and believe the propaganda of heterosexual love. Like, which one is it? Because y'all are really pissing me.
Hey, Kevin.
So wait a minute. They can say heterosexual love is propaganda, but we gotta respect their love. I respect gay people relationships. You can be with whoever the hell you want to be with. Who am I to tell you not to like whoever the hell you like? That's how I look at it. Live and let live. But how can you tell me the way I decide to live and love is propaganda? That's where you become offensive. Jesus, this is crazy.
But it's propaganda when it's straight couples, but it's not propaganda when it's gay couples. It's totally propaganda when the other side does. So they can have this sense of outrage when they see straight people, but we can't have that same outrage when we see gay stuff thrown in
Hey, Hodge twins, you bet not. You bet not, goddamn.
front of our little kids at Buzz Lightyear movies. Look, if you would have put it in adult movies, that's totally fine. Every show I look at, I said, well, they put it in this movie. It's in everything. It's in everything. But now y'all putting it in kids. Yeah, you just kid movies. You go. It doesn't belong there. Yeah, you're taking it too far, and that's where you're getting pushback. Yeah.
The fact that he really thought that this was where it was at, he's done. I mean, I was never a Snoop Dogg fan to begin with. To be honest with you, LA is.
And this is why society has become watered down, dangerous, and a bunch of melting pot of cowards. Because people like this are bullies. She can't just say, I don't agree with Snoop Dogg and stop at there. I mean, Snoop Dogg probably batting 90% with her. He's a rapper. He's smooth with it. He bought Death Row. She probably agree with all those things, all those lyrics. On this one thing, she don't agree with him. And because of this disagreement, he's done. Now we have to stop his way of life. We're that strong, but we are fragile to where we are going to prevent people from continuing conducting business because they said something that we don't like or we don't agree with. And that's why I told you, it's all about who we like. You're not meeting real people no more. You're meeting people that are walking around and moving in a way that they can make money. They don't give a shit about what they really think. No one says what they really think no more. That's why it's like a breath of fresh air when you hear somebody talking like they drunk at a card table, because they're just saying things that don't fit in with society. Society will make you heal if you try to fit in it, especially in corporate America or having a job, saying certain things. And everybody just accepts it. Nobody gives pushback on that. Everybody's focused on racism. But the biggest racism, the biggest problem in the world is when you can't say something. That's worse than any racism. Racism is this invisible thing now everybody keep talking about. Is it some racism in pockets? Sure, I'll give you that. Different treatment? Yes. You're not going to change that. But what you better not allow people to change is your right to be able to say something. Your voice is one of your most important things. And when they take that away from you, when they don't allow you to speak, like in other countries, they got you. They can do whatever they want to you, and there's nobody there to hear it. Yeah, you don't encounter racism every day in your life. No. It happens in pockets with individuals that don't like you. You're not going to be able to change that. There's too many people in America. And that's why I say it's invisible to me. Because once I encounter somebody who's racist or some racist type of treatment, I get the fuck on. I say whatever I want to say to them and I'm gone. I had what I think was a racist encounter 2 days ago. He said what he said. I said what I said. I'm out. I'm still living. Still chilling. It ain't that big of a deal is what I'm saying. Not in my book. Not in my world. Shouldn't be in your world either. The biggest thing you should be worried about is not being able to say whatever it is that you want to say. Your freedom of speech, your freedoms are being taken away from you right in front of you and you worried about racism when things are slightly getting better. We could do way more things than we could do in 1940. That's all I'm saying. Let's not say, "Oh, Kwame don't understand. He's not down. He out of touch." Oh, I understand. I know some niggas that done got out of the penitentiary and they living life and they doing good things by going to work. I'm saying you can make it in spite of all this stuff you focusing on. And you should be focusing on being able to say and do whatever you want to do in this world. We're supposed to have freedoms. That's the reason why people are dying trying to get to this country, swimming in alligator and shark infested waters and whatever they got to do to get here. Because the chance that they can get on this soil, they know this is the land of milk and honey, baby. KB watching the Hodge twins and racism is getting better. So this nigga acting like we didn't pass the. Matter of fact, I need to play Roland Martin. Roland Martin proved my point on this one with all the acts that got passed. Roland Martin says everything about how we done passed so many acts and black people are in certain positions of power now. Look at Baltimore. Look at Memphis. You couldn't run nothing in America back then. You act like, I'm not saying racism is gone, but you act like it's going to ever go somewhere. It's not going nowhere. People are people. You want to argue semantics. When I'm saying, nigga, focus on your freedom to say whatever you want to say and focus on being able to move around America like you want and get your money. Focus on changing the laws. That's more racism than anything, these laws. But I ain't got time for all this arguing back and forth semantics.
You feel me? I'm from the Bay Area, so it's always gonna be the Bay over LA all day. But
how childish is that? She's whack as hell.
She just divided the room. It ain't black power. It ain't all unity. It's the Bay over LA all day. And now the girls from LA, bitch, fuck the Bay. And now that's not helping. That ain't helping, lady. You just caused a divide. Everybody that was with you from LA, sis, you speaking facts. Now they can't ride with you because you said the Bay over LA, and that was unnecessary. It wasn't even needed.
Between him and Ice Cube, they all going outside. Let this be a reminder to you that people are going to disappoint you. It doesn't matter how liberal or whatever they seem. They're always going to sit up here and disappoint you because they're dumb. He can sit up here and take whatever he had to explain.
Jesus Christ. Now he's dumb as F. He's dumb as F for saying, I don't want to explain sexual anything to my minor children during a kid's movie. He's dumb. And she said, Ice Cube took a shot. Ice Cube going out sad too. The guy who's part owner of the Big Three basketball that's rival to the NBA is going out sad. Probably because he wanted to sit down and talk to Trump, just like he was willing to sit down and talk to Kamala. I mean, how stupid would it be to get both sides of the coin so you can make an informed decision? I mean, what a sellout. I mean, what a person that's acting so not emotional and irrational and would actually sit at a table and have a common, decent, respect conversation with both sides to figure out what's a better plan to go forward. What a dumb thought. I mean, oh my God, that sounds so stupid. You should just listen to one side and bring your emotions into every conversation and get mad and yell and scream and vote the same way and keep arguing about why nothing ain't changed, even though you voted the same way. And you're going to do it again every 4 years until you croak. Yeah, that sounds like that's the way forward. Why would Ice Cube think of some crazy mess like that? Have a thought about talking to both sides. What kind of crap? Sellout. I don't want to hear nothing about no informed decision. Sellout. Snoop Dogg's a sellout. Ice Cube's a sellout. They just want to clean up the neighborhoods and they want to not have kids looking at sexual stuff. I mean, what do they think? We let them get away with rapping about, violence. We let Snoop Dogg off for murder, allegedly, I think, a snap. We should have locked his ass up. Should have got him when we had him. We thought we had him. Got something over him. Let him get death row. Now he think he's free. Got to show him. He better apologize. I know that for a fact. He better apologize. If he doesn't apologize, I'm going to press that button. I'm going to hit that algorithm button. I'll have everybody hating him in the morning because it's all about who we like. And his own people will cancel him. Will make his own people cancel him. We'll get people like Miss Collins upset. Women of great strength and power to cancel you.
Explain to his kid and shove it up his.
Yeah, but he's dumb.
Whoa, did she say shove it up his? She wants Snoop to shove something up his. What a very nice, sweet lady. What a very nice, happy lady this is. I mean, ooh, you getting him told, sis. What a sweet woman. She got some nice, pretty eyes, too. If them her real eyes, they're real, real pretty. This looks like a filter, but they real, real pretty.
Whatever they seem, they're always going to sit up here and disappoint you because they're dumb. He can sit up here and take whatever he had to explain to his kid and shove it up his.
Yeah, but he's dumb.
Shove it up his you know what. Now, if we was talking to our women folk and we say to them they can shove it up you know what, I think we would get canceled for saying something like that. To shove it up A. I think we would get canceled. KB, you know her eyes fake. Just look at her personality. So you saying she gonna say she real, but all that other's fake. The dreads might be real, but you might be right. The eyes fake. Nevertheless, they look good.
At the end of the day, the kid's gonna learn that shit, whether it's from Pixar or not.
So let me get this.
You know what? It's a time and place for everything. It's a time and place for everything. And Buzz Lightyear is not the time.
Yeah.
I agree. Buzz Lightyear is not the time. Why can't somebody say that? Is this nigga laying on the side of the road or standing on the side of what is this motherfucker doing? You laying on the side of the road or standing on the side of the road making a TikTok about Snoop Dogg? What in the holy you know what is going on here? Is that fishing hooks in the hat? Man, this is crazy.
Snoop Dogg is scared to go to the movie theaters.
What is that? What is that?
Man, this nigga Hodge twin is crazy. This dude crazy as hell. Oh, they gonna flag me because of what he said. Y'all, I didn't even get flagged because of me. I'm gonna get flagged because of this nigga. Hey, look, the host does not agree with the commentary that's being said. I'm just playing the video and reacting to it under the Fair Use Act and guidelines that's still illegal in the United States of America, and it's down low in the description box.
You know what that is. That's a woman. You hear what he said? Oh, androgynous looking. Okay, he said that Snoop Dogg is scared to go to the movies. Again, he ain't scared to go to movies. He's just having a chat with a pretty girl and he's talking metaphorically. Nothing scares Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
He's speaking metaphorically.
LGBT.
We already seen murder was a case that they gave him. So I don't think Snoop Dogg's scared.
Plus representation. This right here is a perfect example of people want gay and queer and trans non-binary people to not be seen and just go off on the island and not exist.
No, nobody. Just don't put it in kids' video.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? They got to change what he said to make it sound like he said something offensive. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. And so I got to play the video.
Yo, what are you talking about? They use that same talking point. Oh, y'all don't want us to exist. Yeah. Y'all don't want us to live. You can live, you can exist, but it's a time and place for everything. Yeah, it should be in Buzz Lightyear. I remember growing up, you didn't see nothing sexual or anything that expresses someone's sexuality till like after 9, 10 o'clock at night. Right. Remember that? Right. Yeah. Now it's everywhere during the day. I don't care if you bat or you're a switch hitter or you straight. I don't care. Putting that in front of a child, regardless of what your sexuality is wrong. Yeah, there you go.
Newsflash: queer, gay, trans, non-binary people have always been here. We are here, and we're always.
Really? Didn't know that.
Snoop Dogg is in the midst of the most monumental fall off in human history. How do you go from being the
Wait a minute. Hold on. Snoop Dogg fell off already? I thought Snoop Dogg bought Death Row, got weed dispensaries. I thought Snoop Dogg was doing good. Wait a minute, because he said this. He done fell off? Snoop Dogg fell off? Can anybody tell me when did Snoop Dogg fall off? Or is he just saying he just knows Snoop Dogg about to fall off because this Negro done said something he wasn't supposed to say? He in a faded black tee. Why he so close to the goddamn camera?
Really? Didn't know that.
Snoop Dogg?
Get that big ass nose back out of the camera, you sharp, big, long, swordfish nose dummy. Why is your nose right down up in the camera like that? Snoop Dogg
is in the midst of the most monumental fall off in human history. How do you go from being the poster child of coolness to complaining about how you're afraid to take your kid to the movies because they might see some gay shit?
He's not afraid.
Like, Snoop Dogg historically was always on the right side of things, which is why we liked him.
Why is people always whisper like somebody's like the?
So they only liked him because he was on the right side of things, meaning they think alike. You can't have your own opinion and be their friend, Snoop Dogg. You're going to have to go back and apologize and say, I bend the knee. Everything you say, I agree. Go along, get along. Go along, get along, gang. You said your true opinion, and you will be made to apologize to keep making the money that you're making, to live the lifestyle that you live in. You are a slave to that money. No. You're a slave to that lifestyle, so you will apologize. Yes, you will. You will be a good man and apologize. Once they show you their reach, you're going to say, uncle. Yeah. You're going to say sorry. Because they offended. Even though you didn't say nothing in a way that I think you should have to. But the way this is taking shape, and they saying you done fell off, you know what they finna do. He didn't even say anything bad. Man, this dude ain't even talking about what Snoop Dogg said. He just mad at Snoop Dogg. Watch, he just gonna insult Snoop Dogg the whole time and talk about how he used to like him because he used to basically agree with him. These people don't really have no friends. They have people that agree with them and their agenda, and that's it. Because Snoop Dogg is a Democrat, so allegedly, I think I snapped. So everything he says and do has to be in lockstep with that party. There's a line you don't cross. It's get down and lay down. It's the go along, get along game.
How do you go from being the poster child of coolness to complaining about how you're afraid to take your kid to the movies because they might see some gay shit?
He's not afraid.
Like, Snoop Dogg historically was always on the right side of things, which is why we liked him.
Why does people always whisper like somebody's like their kids asleep or something? You know, real quick.
Openly talking about how awful Trump is. And prior to the comments that he dancing for Trump, he was
real quick. But do me a TikTok with the kids sleep.
Before he was tap dancing for Trump, he was openly talking about how awful Trump is. And prior to the
Damn, he said tap dancing. So when I talked about Snoop Dogg doing what he said or doing saying nice things about Trump prior to Trump getting in office, I just pointed it out. I ain't have to call him a name. This dude said something derogatory because he went and performed his song in front of fans because these people wanted him to be there. They supporting his business. He is, wow. Tap dancing. The way these people talk so condescending to their own people they claim to love, and then one disagreement, you a tap dancer. Gayle King gonna make him apologize because he was talking about her and Oprah relationship.
comments that he just made, I've seen him embrace his LGBT fans multiple times over the years. So I really don't know where this is all coming from. Like, he is absolutely the last person that I would expect to adjust their ideologies for anyone. Also, when are conservative men gonna realize that being homophobic makes you look like the biggest fucking wuss on the planet? Like, y'all claim to be so macho and masculine, but you're afraid of rainbow flags. You're afraid of seeing two dudes kiss. You're afraid of the most harmless shit.
Ain't nobody's afraid. We just don't want to see it. Yeah, we can embrace the LGBTQ, but I'll be damned if I let y'all walk all over me and make me feel uncomfortable in front of my family. I mean, y'all, you people just don't get it. If we disagree, you try to fearmonger us into thinking we're hateful and we're bigots and all that. No, it's not the case. It's not the case.
That's the Highest Twins original content, y'all. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Snoop gonna be apologizing, in my opinion, because the backlash from somebody. I told y'all, if you reach the masses, if you have a certain level, that's why I said there's certain levels I don't want to get to. The way that I speak, the way that I talk, there's certain levels that I don't want to get to, because when you have so many people ear, that's a dangerous thing. If they can't monetize it, if they can't control what you're saying, then they'll try to stop you from being able to monetize what you're saying and make sure you stop saying it. So you got to be careful out here, man. This is a crazy, cruel world to where Snoop Dogg and your celebrities, they cannot be no black leader for you. They make too much money. They're gonna get canceled. They're gonna make sure these people have they lose their circle of friends that they become accustomed to. They probably lose their wife, their children, and everything that come along with their lifestyle. They don't just take your money; they take your family away from you and everything. They'll have your enemy fucking your wife or your baby mama. And we've seen that play out in real life. So a lot of these people don't say nothing. Snoop Dogg said something that I think he didn't realize was going to catch on. He was just talking like a granddad. But he gonna wake up, or he done woke up already, and he realizing, damn, me just being a natural father, a natural granddad, because I'm who I am, I can't say that. And that's what pissed me off about being the number one draft pick. It's always, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't do that. The fuck, this is what I really believe. What do you mean I can't say that? You damn right I'm gonna say it. So yeah, Snoop will be apologizing, in my opinion, unless Snoop is ready to retire and get out of the mainstream. He will be apologizing. But man, that's my time, y'all. Damn, you still alive? Yeah, I'm just getting up out of here. But salute to y'all. I'm up out of this thing, man. I appreciate everybody who super chatted. Beautiful one, appreciate you, Gene. Appreciate you and everybody who super chatted, but especially thanks to beautiful one. Keep them members going. She keep people members on the channel so they can go back and see old videos and all kind of stuff. So salute the beautiful one. That definitely helps the channel and help the channel grow, because when people become members, they can go tell other people about other videos that I had to put on membership only. So salute to y'all. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.